You're watching Poindexter Lounge. You already know. You're watching Poindexter Lounge for the unity.
Nicotina's mom! Tastes like sugar! Nonsense! Tastes like sugar! Yum! Scotch! Tastes like sugar! John Cena! Tastes like sugar!
Poindexter, you're getting all excited.
Yo, what's up, nerd family? Welcome once again to the Poindexter Lounge. My name is Enosh, aka Enosh Fett, and it is good to have you with me in the lounge tonight. You know, this has become a regular thing, and I love the fact that people ask me sometimes, Enosh, how do you stream so many times in a week? Like, it seems like I'm always on some stream. I literally just got off a 2-hour stream, and I'm at somebody else's channel, and I'm excited to be here with you guys now. You know, we do our own shows, pretty much nightly, and it's so great. We always have such a great revolving door of awesome commentators and people who have awesome ideas and thoughts on pop culture and the like, and you're all here, and it's pretty great. And so look, I'm just glad to have you here. Welcome to the Poindexter Lounge. If this is your first time to the lounge, just know that the Poindexter Lounge is a place for nerds. It's a place where you and me and my crew can get together and talk about all the things that we love. Things like TV shows, movies, games, sci-fi, fantasy, comic books, superheroes, toys, and so much more. And if those are things that get you excited, if those are things that get you just, I don't know, streaming 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, man, you know, just make sure that you have, you know, your caffeine, I guess, then, hey, you have found the right place. We are glad that you're here. So please hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell. And if you would, please, before you leave, make sure to give us a thumbs up, to like the video, so that YouTube knows that you guys like us, that you dig what we're doing here, because it means a lot to us. No, it really does. And so the YouTube stuff is the YouTube stuff, but we're just glad you're here. Thank you for your continued support of the Poindexter Lounge. Thank you guys for watching. And also, I want to say a shout out. Thank you to, this is our updated list. I had to update both the Patreon and the members list. And you know what? I appreciate having to update that. Thank you guys. You guys are fantastic. But thank you. Our two newest patrons on here that I hadn't had a chance to yet welcome is Andrew Farr and, of course, RJ Resident Justice. Resident Justice becoming a member of the Patreon. He became a patron. And so thank you to everyone who gives to the Patreon. You can find links for that down in the description below. Also to all of our members. And look, now I'm going to have to start moving things. You know, I made this font smaller. I was moving stuff around, and now we filled it back up again. And that's an awesome thing to have to do. So thank you guys so much. You guys are so great. And there's our two newest members down there in the bottom right hand corner. You see there's Stella Baxter. Thank you, Stella. Thank you so much. And I apologize to both of you because I missed that. And I didn't see you guys became members, both you, Stella, and of course, Peter Rabbit's Defender. You both became members, and I did not see when you became a member. I don't think that, did you guys become members during a live stream? Because I did not see it. It might have been one of those things that like the chat was going and I can only see so much here on StreamYard. But thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of you guys, for everyone who's a member, everyone who is a patron, everyone who just watches, everyone who gives super chats. I can never tell you how much I am appreciative of all of you, and I'm thankful for all of you that support the channel in whatever way you can, if it's just watching or if it's whatever other way that you support the channel. So don't forget, we just gave these away. I'm going to get these in the mail to Tim Possible, this Jedi Academy trilogy series there. But our next giveaway is one that I know that a lot of you guys are interested in. And that, of course, is this DC Multiverse Superman figure from Red Sun. You can see there. He looks pretty cool. He's a great figure. I love this figure. And just an excellent, excellent figure all around. It's got great artwork. Look at that artwork on the back. I mean, come on. It's got some other figures in the line right there. And we're going to give this puppy away. And all you got to do, I'm actually going to go back a couple of days on the super chats. And so anybody who gives a super chat, anybody who becomes a member or is a patron, anybody like that, you guys are in the running for this. And we'll give this away sometime next week. All right. So just so you know, there is that. All right, guys. Well, that being said, it's just good to be with you guys in the lounge again. I do need to say this because I apologize if it sounds like I'm talking about a bunch of stuff that's like money stuff, because that's not my style, and you guys know that. But I do want to make sure that you guys are aware. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I made myself a note because Teespring sent me an email saying that they were giving a special discount for all merchandise, and so wanted to let you guys know about it. We've got all kinds of great merchandise down in our Teespring, and I know a lot of you guys own it already. But you guys can get Poindexter Lounge merch. You can get stuff from our 2 Cents on Nonsense show. Just lots of great designs and things that we've had over a while now. And so we just want to make you guys aware of that. You can find all those links below. But right now, well, from the 27th, so it's 27th now. From the 27th through the 1st of the month, through June 1st, if you use the promo code SUMMER21, you get 10% off of the already very low prices of our t-shirts and other, logoed items and stuff like that. So there's tons of designs there. I literally just uploaded some new designs last week, and they're pretty fun. They're pretty fun. I will say that. Oops, where are they? I had them up here. I thought I had them up like just ready to go, but apparently I didn't. So maybe I'll show them to you a little bit later. But yeah, so we've got some new designs up there, and you can browse through all that stuff. There's a lot of fun things there. And like I said, if you use the promo code SUMMER21, and I'll actually put that in a thing so that you guys can see it. But yeah, use that. Also, don't forget our 2 Cents on Nonsense show this Sunday night that usually airs Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This Sunday night is going to be something that we've been talking about doing for a long time, and that is by special request over and over again for the last few months, we are going to watch the Disney superhero film Condor Man. Yes, the 1981 movie Condor Man. We're going to watch that right here on the channel. You'll come to the channel, and then we'll go over on Twitch. We'll stream at the same time on YouTube as we do on Twitch like we normally do, but you'll only be able to watch it over on Twitch. All right, so there you go. So there is that. That's everything. All right, and we're going to now get into our topics because we got a lot of cool, fun stuff to talk about tonight, and I can't wait to jump into it and see who pops in at any given time. But ladies and gentlemen, first of all, welcome to the channel. You love him. I love his voice. My wife loves his voice, actually, and thinks he's a pretty cool guy. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Firewater. What's up, Firewater?
Good evening. Good evening. How about a bonus for Zack Snyder?
You want a bonus? Heck yeah!
For Zack Snyder telling Warner Brothers what's up, right?
So like, cool. I haven't watched it. I just saw it literally like that you guys were posting it in our thing, like literally just before I came on the air. So I didn't get to see it yet. So, but it's like 6 minutes long. So I don't know.
No, there's a clip somebody posted.
Oh, is there a clip? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to find maybe just the clip, but yeah. We'll give him a bonus. Let's see.
Let's give him a bonus. Can we give him a bonus?
Yeah, which one should we give him? We'll give him the we'll give him the
I don't have enough yachts. Give me a bonus. There you go.
There you go. Also, ladies and gentlemen, with us right now is Black Ops. Welcome, Black Ops.
Hey y'all. Yeah, but Zack Snyder's getting a bonus for sure.
Heck yeah, he is. Yeah. Yeah, man. So I'm pretty excited about that. Like, look, you know what? You got to give it to him, like I'm thankful that he's put put it out there, and basically, he keeps stating his piece, and it just keeps getting more and more. And you know what this reminds me of, though, guys? I'll be honest with you. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of back in the day with the Snyder Cut movement, because you know what? He took a lot of flack from a lot of people about the Snyder Cut, and they kept saying it wasn't happening. And then all of a sudden he started just talking about random stuff and like literally going off and saying, yep, no, it does exist. It does exist. It's there. And who knows? Also with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is you love him. I love him. He's one of the greatest guys ever. Brian, Master of None. What's up, Brian?
Not much, guys. How's everybody doing?
Doing good, man. Doing
Fantastic.
good to see you here tonight. Good to see you here tonight. And then also, ladies and gentlemen, he may not have the best takes on Batman or whether or not he kills, but you know what? We still love him anyways, and we're still going to give him a hard time. And I got to say, he's our all-time Jeopardy point leader. Like he may not be the current champion, but he won on an off day, and so he's the all-time point leader, man. William didn't even come close to it. Like, what was it? Like 19,200, something like that last night. Holy cow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. He's doing his victory lap because he got it taken away from him twice. I got to give it to him. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Mr. RJ, Resident Justice. What's going on, RJ?
Yeah, what's up, guys? Nothing much. I just want to say real quick, in the immortal words of Mr. Zack Snyder, suck it, Warner Brothers.
We're gonna have to get that. Like, I haven't heard it. I haven't heard it. If somebody just has that clip, if you could,
I posted it on our Twitter DMs thread.
Did you post just that part? Just that part. Okay, because I haven't seen just that part yet. I saw like the 6-minute video that got posted, but there's 10-second. Okay, so we're gonna have to see that. We're gonna have to go to that now live. So let's.
We'll do it live.
We'll do it live. Well, I wasn't planning on it, but
I'll write it and then we'll do it live.
Exactly right.
Bill O'Reilly.
All right, so here we go. Oh, here we go. All right, and everybody see that? There we go.
Yep.
Suck it, Warner Brothers. Suck it.
Wow. His words, not mine. But suck it, Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Love it.
Wow. His words, not mine. But suck it, Warner Brothers.
Damn.
Gotta give him a clap for that one.
There you
Gotta
go.
give him a clap for that one.
Oh my gosh,
Man,
that's
man
better.
is so free.
I love how that's like a joke now. They just got publicly embarrassed on national television in front of millions of viewers.
So I was just gonna mention that, like, okay, so anyone who
That takes balls, man.
Oh my gosh.
God bless.
Wow.
He's all in now, man. He's all in.
Anybody who thinks that this thing is not like a major deal now, you gotta understand, man. Like, people are really understanding that Warner Brothers screwed the pooch heavily with this whole situation, and they continue. And I'm sorry, it's going to affect them. And look, when you literally have people like that coming out and saying that, suck it, Warner Brothers. I mean, it's comical, it's funny, but you also got to know like what goes into that, So, I mean, my gosh,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's just so crazy. It's so crazy. Hey, I do want to get to a couple of things here real quick. I want to make sure I got all. Ooh, I don't want to miss anybody. Don't want to miss anybody here. So I'm going back up the list as far as I can. Hello to everybody in the chat. I'm not going to go down the whole chat, but hello to everyone. I am glad to see you all. I see some great names here. Some people that we love. We love you all. But what's up, TJ? With a $2 Canadian super chat says, "I dream to be a Red Sun." Hashtag suck it, Warner Brothers. That's gonna be the new thing, man. I swear to God, that's gonna be awesome. We need a t-shirt. We need a t-shirt. Suck it,
It's
Warner
probably
Brothers.
going to be trending by the end of the night.
Oh yeah, everybody's suck it, Warner Brothers. I love this.
That's
I would not be
he's
surprised.
like I said, he's all in. There's no one going back now. He changed things. Forever.
Somebody needs to Photoshop Zack Snyder's head over Shawn Michaels doing the.
Suck it, Warner Brothers.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
That'd be a fantastic t-shirt design right there.
It would.
No, God bless him though. Oh man.
Proby was giving us the timestamp. Thank you so much, Proby. Proby1236 with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Proby. Appreciate it. Timestamp is 6:13 in the video, by the way. If you want to just get to that part,
It's actually a very funny skit that he did. It's like a 7-minute skit.
I was seeing that, but I didn't have time to watch all 6 minutes of it, or I was going to be like really late here, so I didn't want to do that. So, but yeah, I'll have to share that on Twitter for sure, the whole thing. But then also, hey, I want to welcome our newest member, Drav Walker. What's up, Drav Walker? Welcome to membership, sir. Welcome to membership. It's a bonus. It's a bonus for you, buddy. And you know what? Yep. When you're a member, you get cool things like emoticons. And where?
Oh shit! I'm sorry, I cursed. We get emoticons? Oh yeah!
Yeah, you get all kinds of cool emoticons, man. And we just added. We just added two. We just added 2 new ones, and they're bonus related. Yes, they're bonus related. So here is the newest one. It's the fist bump bonus. It's the fist bump bonus right there.
Chat, please, because I'm going to be spamming these. I'm going to have
bonus.
Well, you know what, man? You came up with the bonus line, so man, you know what? You can do whatever you want, man. But we got this, and then this was one that somebody designed. I like this. No bonus for you.
That's bad.
Oh, I love the logo. Who did that?
Oh, this one right here?
Yeah, that's dope.
So I did that one. I did.
Wow. It's great. I think that's awesome.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that one. Yeah, I appreciate that. But yeah, so
put it in the chat.
So 4 more members, and we get 2 more emoticons. So if you haven't joined membership, join membership and become part of the growing group of people who are doing that. Also, right before we get started, I gotta say how awesome this community really is. You guys are so awesome to me, to my family. There's Tifftastic. I love it. Tifftastic. Welcome, Drav Walker. I love it that she's not in the actual stream, but she's here.
She's like 20 feet from you or something like that, right?
Yeah, she's like right up here in this area somewhere.
In the general locale.
Which, by the way, I have it on good authority that her and Wonder Meg are going to be doing something this next week. Cool. I'm just saying, batten down the hatches. I'm going to be making sure my Gene Hackman isn't missing. But
under lock and key.
Yeah, I don't think my Wonder Woman would allow Wonder Meg to steal my thing. But I wouldn't put it past my woman to allow someone to take it and mess with me. So I am going to be very careful about keeping my eye out. But I do want to say a special shout out to somebody because you all know that I'm a toy collector, and I was talking about these G.I. Joe classified figures. I've talked about them a couple times this week, and I have in the past, and stuff. And the other night, I mentioned the fact that we were talking about scalpers. People who basically go out and they buy.
Oh, because of Pokemon cards, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, and they buy. And Pokemon's crazy.
Yeah, and so the people will just buy everything of something, and then turn around and sell it on eBay and stuff. And I don't begrudge anybody making a living, but well, then get a business license. Go get these things sent to you in cases instead of going and buying all the retail ones that are out there for the general public to buy, and just selling them for literally it was it 600%? I was figuring out because they're a $20 figure, and people were selling them for $150.
Oof.
I mean, it's just insane. Just really, really crazy. And God forbid a kid wants them. You know what I mean? Like my kids were actually kind of looking at these G.I. Joe figures for a minute, and I'm just like, are you kidding? I can't hardly find one of each figure. I mean, let alone all of them. Well, there's a new one that just came out, the character Major Blood, and oh my gosh, yeah, $150 to $160 people are trying to charge up to on eBay. And last night after the stream got done, I was sitting here. I got a Twitter message from Alejandro. And Alejandro, I want to thank you. Alejandro asked me, said, Enosh, have you gotten a Major Blood yet? And I said, no. And they said, Alejandro said, hey, I've got one. And I said, cool. I said, well, how much, do you want for it? And he's like, oh man, no, cost plus shipping. And I can't tell you how much that means to me, that somebody, was looking out for me and he said, thank you for everything that you do for this fandom and # restore the Snyderverse. And I'm just wow, I'm blown away. I actually ended up giving him a little bit extra. I mean, nothing, huge, but Alejandro, thank you so much, man. If you're watching, I can't even express to you how grateful I am for you reaching out to me like that. That's awesome. Oh, by the way, I was on Master Swag King Entertainment's channel tonight. And so go check that out. We had like a nice 2-hour interview, man. He asked me a ton of questions. We talked about DC. We talked about the multiverse. We talked about the Snyderverse, continuation of it. And we got to talk a lot about like who we are as Snyderverse fans, And so, so go check him out. Go check him out. Real great guy. Nice channel. I've been on there a couple of times now. And I think it's great to make new friends. And so we're going to have him on the channel sometime for sure. So there's that. And then before we jump in, real quick, TJ with the $5 Canadian Super Chat says his statement is the truth, no lies, and WB caused this problem. Now they have to lie in the bed they made.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Bonus! Yes. Suck it, Warner Brothers. Super punch, super punch, super punch, super punch.
Oh, man.
Hey, there's Alejandro. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Alejandro. Dude, I can't tell you enough, man. Like, it just in a world that we live in, we live in a society where it's really good to see good people just trying to help each other out, and I'm humbled by that, and I thank you, Alejandro, for sure. Cylon Scotty getting here. That's a class act. Major props. Cylon knows. Yeah, and and then look at that. There's Drav Walker. So for sure. So much love to you, man. All right, so guys, lots of fun stuff to talk about tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that you guys are here because some interesting things happened. First of all, I'm going to get this really silly one out of the way. First of all, so last night, we've been joking about John Cena for like the last week.
Probably a month at this point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, RJ, you are the resident John Cena simp. So, I mean, if you would like to tell us like how much you love
really.
John Cena.
All I said was give Peacemaker a chance. That's all I ever said. It's Saggy's fault. I blame Saggy.
That sounds like a T-shirt in and of itself. Instead of give Peace a chance, it's give Peacemaker a chance. Maybe you should. Since you simp so hard for that, maybe you should put that out there.
Hey, maybe I will.
After all, it is John Cena. So this morning I wake up after all of this. I didn't do anything. I didn't tweet anything. I didn't tag John Cena. I didn't put John Cena in anything. And all of a sudden, I look up and I gotta.
Yeah, I think your mic quality took a dip for some reason.
My mic quality did?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just me. It just sounds really weird.
Do I sound weird to everybody? Hold on a second.
Now it's better.
Yeah, it sounds better now.
Am I good?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm good. All right. So today I wake up and this is always just kind of fun to discover, but I have no idea why. But for some reason, John Cena is now following me on Twitter.
This upsets me. This really ticks me off. This ticks me off. You know why?
I mean, I was surprised that I could see him.
This ticks me off, man. I've been getting bullied for supporting Peacemaker. I've been getting bullied, called a Cena ship, and he hasn't had the damn courtesy to follow me back. This is ridiculous. It's an outrage, and I'm full anti-John Cena now. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh,
I'm done.
Oh no!
Oh,
Are you still not for Peacemaker anymore?
Peacemaker can go get taken out back Old Yeller style at this point.
Oh man, he's going off Warner Bros. Telling John Cena to suck it.
I'll only forgive if he follows me back.
See, I'm telling you, you win a game of Jeopardy on the Poindexter Lounge and you turn into a heel.
Yeah, the heel turn.
Oh my goodness,
all it took was John Cena.
I'm telling you what, man. I don't know what happened. I have no idea. The same thing happened to me like a couple of months ago. I have no idea what happened. And I thought that it was an anomaly because I woke up one day and Sergeant Slaughter was following me. And I was like,
cool.
Okay, well, that's weird. I said, but I looked at it and I had actually followed him from the Poindexter Lounge. And I was like, okay, maybe he goes through and just, because like Matt Jarbo was giving me a hard time in our thread today on Twitter. And he's he follows 300,000 people and whatever. Well, I'm sorry, Matt. Does he follow you?
Oh, yeah. I'm one of those 300,000.
Maybe John Cena name searches. Anyone who makes content about him.
Matt
Jarbo, the proud.
Is he following you? Are you one of the 300,000 of the, I don't know what, 8 billion people on the planet or whatever? Like,
So he can't do the Rock thing where he's like,
maybe what I should do is I should just like tweet about John Cena for like a whole day, and maybe then I'll follow.
There you
back.
go. But that being said, look,
millions of John Cena's fans.
I get it that some celebrities just randomly follow people sometimes, right? And it sometimes there's no rhyme or reason.
Yeah,
to it. I don't know.
I got followed by a CW actress, and then she unfollowed like an hour later.
my son Landon keeps getting his tweets and his tweets liked and I think he got followed by Pringles or something or Ruffles. It was Ruffles. Like Ruffles keeps like tweeting him and all this stuff. But the funny thing is I woke up in Sergeant Slaughter and I was like, what? And it's like when you see the blue check mark, that freaks you out, right? Because like that's the first thing you look at. It's like, okay, it's like, oh yeah, oh my gosh, there's a blue check mark, so it's actually Sergeant Slaughter. And I was kind of feeling good about it, but I was like, I was being diplomatic about it, thinking, well, I did follow him. I mean, now it had been a couple of years since I had followed Sergeant Slaughter, so I didn't do anything actively to follow Sergeant Slaughter, and then he just like followed me back. Maybe he's just a couple years behind. I don't know. But here's the weird thing. I did not follow him from my personal account. And an hour later, he followed my personal account.
Really?
I'm still trying to figure that one out. But it's freaking Sergeant Slaughter, man. And I'm the biggest. I love wrestling and I love G.I. Joe. And dude, Sergeant Slaughter's the man, dude. And so
algorithm.
Oh my gosh, man. That just made my day. So TJ says in 3, 2, 1. John Cena.
Now you got to feature John Cena in your next episode of TDL.
Well, he's gonna be a DC guy here pretty soon. I mean, we're gonna have to watch him as Peacemaker.
I think TJ was building up to this.
Yes. Oh, here we go. Yes. In 3, 2, 1, and TJ is our newest member of the channel. What up, TJ? Welcome to membership, brother. So good to have you, man. Thank you for being a member of the channel. Woo! That is awesome, dude. That is awesome. So
right. That's because Cena sucks.
Heck yeah. Okay, and here to tell me about how I'm nothing and that I don't matter and that I am only one of 300,000 is Matt Jarbo.
Yeah. I mean, someone's got to hold you down. Someone's got to bring you back to reality.
Oh, okay.
I
mean, does he follow you?
No. That's I also don't follow him.
No, I mean now I do. Now I follow John.
If John wants to follow me, that's cool. I'm not going to sit there and be like, "Oh my God, John Cena."
I've been following John Cena since I made my Twitter account. Like I said, this is bullcrap.
RJ is full of super salt.
One time, John Cusack randomly followed me, and then he like a month or so later, but he randomly followed me, and I'm all like, "Okay, cool." I don't know why John Cusack is following me, but all right.
Gross Point Blank was a great movie.
It was. It very much was. But, I occasionally look these celebrities like John Cena himself is not at his Twitter account, by the way. It's somebody else.
It's just interesting to me. I just think it's funny because, like I said, I didn't do anything. I mean, like why? You know what I mean? So I don't know. And I get it. I'm not sitting here going oh, John Cena knows my name. You know what I mean? That's not the point. It's just funny because we've been kind of teasing on John Cena, and I do think it's funny that God knows in the last year I've been met with my own fair share of controversy from certain people, and the day that he goes through all this controversy, the next day he follows me. So, just fun.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. I mean, I just saw the Suck It clip
Yes.
So that's pretty funny, and that's good. Backs up my own theory, which is fantastic. I like
what theory, Matt? What theory?
It's over. It's all.
Nah. It's over for who? Zack Snyder or for the Warner executives? They're about to get shit canned.
Yep.
It's Discovery. Like you got Ray Fisher already out there poking the bear at Discovery. All right.
Exactly. Not at Discovery. Not at Discovery. No. That's not a. Oh, let's not.
Discovery yesterday.
He did,
but he's not poking the bear at them. He's saying, "Hey, I'm poking the bear at Warner. Maybe Discovery will do a lot better."
Yeah, let's pull that up. Let's pull that up.
Not bringing it over. Come on, guys. Come on.
No,
sir.
No. That's like,
no, I disagree.
That's like going up the chain of command. He's like,
"Are you kidding,
new boss,
Matt?" That's got to be the worst take.
Well, there is going to be a new boss because all the old bosses are going to be canned.
Look, here's the thing:
they ain't going to be bosses no more. They get notices.
They're all going to look. Who knows if they're going to be fired or restructured or whatever? But either way, he's migrating now over to Discovery.
That's not what he's doing, dude. That's a horrible take.
I don't think.
Like, hold on a second. Let's take a look at it. I got it right here. Right here.
Look at the tweet. What's it say in there? Say, who's he tag? Who's he tag?
Doesn't matter who you tag.
Doesn't matter who you tag. It's what you tag him about.
The context matters with that.
Look at here. He says because he was talking. He's talking here about Christy Hawbegger.
Yeah,
and says I spent many hours. Well, I'm reading it to my. I'm reading
the last line right there. That last line. If
that doesn't matter.
Maybe
this. Well, hold on. Let's read it first. Let's read the whole tweet first.
What's wrong with that line?
Oh dear God. Oh dear God. H Bars for the $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. Says our Lord Matt. If this is your Lord H Bars, I might seriously reconsider if this is his take on this because I love Matt. But
what's
it's a horrible take. You act.
Matt, I can't agree with you.
Poking that bear too. Did I say that it was bad? Did I say that it was wrong?
No, I'm not saying that.
This is what he's doing. How is that a bad take? Pointing out exactly what he's doing.
You're saying
he's not poking the bear with Discovery. He's poking the bear at Warner Media. That half of the statement I agree with.
So when he says like, well, if you won't do it, Warner Media, maybe Discovery will. That is a call that if that is not poking the bear or making trying to drag them into the conversation, then your guys' comprehension levels are
hold on, Matt, chill for just a second, Matt. Okay,
I am.
Okay, calm down. You don't sound chill.
I'm fine.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
You guys
say it louder. You might convince us. Come on, that was a good one. Come on.
That was a great one.
Since you guys started all jumping on me and taking what I said out of context.
Get jumped on. Come on, man.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like take your own advice there, Firewater. That's all I'm saying.
I'm just busting you, man. You know,
I know. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay, so let's take a look at what's actually said here. For everybody who hasn't seen this, he says I spent many hours on the phone with Christy Hawbegger, and mind you, this is her right here. He posted this picture. Says today is the 1-year anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. As we reflect on the happenings within the last year, we've seen how coming together for a common good can begin the change that is needed. Blah 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 blah. Phrases such as systematic racism and Black Lives Matter are now in our collective lexicon. Naming social ills empowers us to change them, and that's supposedly a quote from Christy Hawbegger, who is the EVP of Communications and Chief Inclusion Officer at Warner Media. So then Ray Fisher said, I spent many hours on the phone with Christy Hawbegger. She is one of the major reasons why the Justice League investigation dragged on and why Warner Media still refuses to apologize. If Black Lives Matter, then apologize to your Black employees. If you won't, maybe Discovery will. Accountability is greater in entertainment. Now, I think anybody looking at that understands and knows, by the way, I'm going to follow Discovery here real quick. Anybody looking at this would understand and know that what he's saying, he's putting it back on her and Warner Brothers and Warner Media and saying, look, you guys won't do what's right, but you know what? There's a new dog that's coming in to rule this roost. And, a new hen, this old hen's going out and the new cock is coming in. And guess what? Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered and you know it, Warner Brothers. And if you won't do the right thing, Maybe the new leadership will. He's not calling out Discovery. He's not saying anything negative.
I didn't say. I said poking the bear. That's not. I didn't say calling out.
Poking the bear, but poking the bear, dude.
Poking the bear is kind of calling out there.
No, you guys just want to hear that at this point.
No, dude, that's what poking the bear means. Come on,
I'm not trying to hear that.
You're agitating.
Yeah, because he's.
Hold on, wait. Before we go any further, can I just acknowledge the fact that Firewater just literally made a reference to a 90s rap song that was like one of my favorite rap songs ever.
I got a man. What your man got to do with me? I got a man.
I'm not trying to hear that.
See? You don't know how many hours me and my friend Rusty used to go around because I used to. Who was it? That was not
Positive K.
Positive K.
I got you, baby. Don't worry.
Yes. That's awesome, Firewater. If I couldn't like you enough already,
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Bonus.
Let me ask you a question. Every time that Ray has used his platform to go at Warner, isn't that poking the bear? Isn't that using his position to poke at?
Yeah, key phrase, go at Warner.
Dude,
yes.
Dude. Let me finish.
Poking the bear, though, means...
Let me finish. Okay. You guys are all worked up in a tizzy here, okay? He's been poking the bear now since July 2020, and he's been working that needle every single time. And he's been poking it every single time. And now he's bringing Discovery in because he knows they're going to be the next round to go at. So, yeah, he's poking the bear. He's getting their attention. He's waiting for them to do something. You guys are acting like I'm trying to crap on Ray here. It's like I had said that is detrimental.
That's not what we're saying.
Yes, you are. That's a bad take. No, he's poking the bear.
It could be a bad take, and you still like Ray. Both can be true at the same time.
It's not even a bad take.
It's like the Matrix,
You guys like. No, I'm not off base again. At no point has anyone explained why I'm off base. I've literally just said he's done all of these things. He's done all of these things. Yeah, explain to me how I'm wrong. Because
okay, I'll just simply explain it to you how you're wrong. Okay, because poking the bear, the definition of poking the bear means to agitate, means to get at and try and try.
What was that tweet, Enosh? Was that tweet not to agitate?
It did agitate Warner Media. I agree, but not.
It wasn't. It was not.
Why would he agitate Discovery if he wants to work for them?
He doesn't. That's the thing. You guys seem to think like this stuff is gonna magically be fixed. It's not. You've got Zach tonight saying "suck it, Warner Brothers" on Colbert.
That is true. He did say that.
You've got Ray's been attacking him.
He's not trying to agitate Discovery though, man.
Yes,
he's trying to agitate. He's trying to. No, dude. There is literally no one
that is going up the chain to the next level of the boss. Right? That is literally. I want to talk with your manager. That is saying yes. He is literally saying, "I will talk with your manager." Come on, you guys! You guys are just like anything involved.
Oh my god!
You just won't do it. It's fine. I get it. But you won't.
I don't think you do get it.
I don't think you do.
I get it. I'm the only one explaining it rationally, and you guys.
Yeah, you're the only one, man.
You're the only one with that.
I mean,
you can't sit there and say Ray's going to agitate people, but let's look at the definition. Oh, it's agitation.
He's agitating Warner, and he's agitated Warner for the longest time, which is true.
Who's going to own Warner Brothers here pretty soon? Oh, right, Discovery.
Yeah, he's agitating current management. When new management comes in, I'm sure the agitation will stop.
No, it won't. It won't.
How's he going to go after Discovery? They didn't do anything.
Because they're going to be the ones that are now in charge, and they're going to be the ones that can enact the change, and they're going to be the ones that are going to get the brunt of his conversation.
But wait, Matt, hold on, Matt. I thought
you guys not understand like the whole "can I speak to your manager" thing? Like, is this lost? I'm just very.
Matt, who else is he supposed to talk to?
Hold on, Matt. I thought when you were talking about this merger that you were kind of saying like, wait a minute, Discovery won't have as big as an impact as people think they are.
They won't have. No, they're definitely property managers of the situation with that.
Yeah. So does Ray?
But
so, like,
the
what's Ray's
corporate
mindset then if that's the case?
The corporate structure, because Warner Media is not going to give one iota of a shit about what Ray Fisher has to say. They've clearly proven that. So they're not going to worry about an HR problem or a PR problem. If anything, Discovery, David Zaslav's office might care if the heat gets on them enough. But if the heat on Warner Media ain't working, this is what Ray was saying, literally by tagging Discovery. Well, if you won't listen, maybe they will, which is moving it up the ladder and going, I want to talk to your manager. That's agitation. That's
well, I mean, what do you do when an HR complaint is not resolved?
An HR complaint. Okay,
come on, man.
Hold on here. This is where the thing is. I stand with Ray. I want Ray to get like the apology and everything else. That's what he really wants. But according to Warner, on their end, they've already finalized the investigation, and there's been remedial action taken. On their end, it's done. That's how they view it.
What remedial action?
We don't know what that is because we're not privy to the internal details. And if Ray is privy to those internal details, he has yet, to my knowledge, come out and said anything.
Or he's not satisfied with said details.
At that point, that's probably the case. He says he wants to get the attention, or he wants to get the apology, which I completely agree with. But the thing is, obviously, they don't care. And obviously, they're definitely going to they're just going to continuously ignore him until it gets over to Discovery, and then he's going to tag Discovery, and he's going to try to restart the whole thing over there. And then
he's not. No. I'm sorry. No.
This is a situation where if you know more than me, you are more than able to tell me. I'm more than happy to hear it.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you that's not what he's doing. You're saying that he's trying to agitate Discovery. He's not trying to agitate Discovery. He is, yes, saying Discovery is going to be your new boss. Yes, he is absolutely saying that. But he's not trying to agitate Discovery or like imply anything about Discovery coming in. Like that's not the point of this comment.
I didn't say that he's.
You said he's poking the bear.
Yes, because they're going to be the new boss.
Okay, so then no. So then okay, you know what? Then maybe this is what you're guilty of, is not using the proper definition of poking the bear. Because poking the bear,
the fact that you said the definition,
he's guilty of not being louder. That's what he's guilty of.
Getting someone.
Look, I'm sorry, I cursed again. Oh man, I'm gonna write you a check for the monetization. That's my bad.
Tagging someone. Hold on. The definition
of
poking the bear is to intentionally make or try to make someone angry or offended, especially someone more powerful than you. Example in a sentence: he attacked his colleagues for not wanting to poke the bear, referring to them not wanting to confront the president. There you go.
Yeah,
he's not doing that to Discovery. He is not trying to make Discovery angry at him. He is not trying to get them frustrated. He is literally.
I think Discovery would be smart to sit down.
Getting their attention. I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Hold on.
Because getting somebody's attention.
I gotta ask this question. Do you not think though that if Warner Media is going to ignore him or not continue the investigation, that the only way for him to get Discovery to continue it would be to cause enough agitation with his fan base by provoking them, by provoking a response based upon social media?
I don't think that's necessary. I think he can call people at Discovery and handle it.
Yeah.
I think they would be willing to have a conversation with him. And
I will tell you, this is what I will tell you what I know. Okay, hold on. Let me tell you what I know then. Let me tell you what I know, okay? Because I know this about Ray Fisher. The only reason Ray Fisher has conducted himself in the way that he has with Warner Brothers and with those involved, and that's, what are you doing? Archie's making like a ton of noise right now with chicken biscuit crack. I swear to God.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the fun. I'm
like 10 minutes in. Okay. Listen. I've talked with Ray Fisher enough, and I think people know Ray Fisher enough to understand that the only reason he has taken the route that he has with Warner Brothers, with Warner Media, is because of the actions that they have in turn given towards him and the inaction that they have presented towards him. He is not going to come out the gate with the new company just trying to attack them or trying to poke them, like you say, to get agitation or to make them angry.
He did yesterday. What do you think that was?
That was not that. That's what I'm saying. You have a horror. No.
Discovery know that he's going to be talking to them.
Dude,
that
literally
is
nobody
letting them
agrees
know,
with
that
you.
is putting them on notice. That is
Literally
putting
nobody
them-
agrees with you.
I'm coming,
I don't see it that way, my guy.
I just, this is the thing I don't get about the Ray Fisher situation. As much as I stand by the guy, none of you are ever willing to criticize how he does anything.
Because he is not doing that. You are reading so much into that right now, and you're like, you're going to make my head explode.
It's not hard to look at how the industry operates. It's not hard. I'm not criticizing him in the negative. I'm saying, like, this is, if you look at it from a business-based perspective, from a social media perspective, you can see what he's doing. Every time
That's
he wants
not
to
what he's doing.
Yes.
No,
yes,
he is absolutely agitating Warner Brothers with this information. He is not agitating. This is the dumbest, stupid argument ever, because this is not even a thing, dude.
I'm absolutely unwilling to look at this from a hierarchy perspective. You just
no,
because think about it like this: this Warner Discovery, or whatever they're going to call themselves, is soon going to be, in the next year or some change, one company, which means that this problem then becomes their problem, and then that's going to be that's Ray going, all right, well, if you guys don't take care of it now, it's going to continue into the next round. That is getting their attention and hoping that they will do something. Because if you recall, every time,
and if he wanted them to do something, why would he try to piss them off out the gate? That makes no sense.
That has been the best course of action for him going forward.
No, that's been the best course of action with Warner Media.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you.
God, cursed again.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Listen.
Big check
I'm just going to tell you straight up. Anybody listening, Matt Jarbo aside, anybody listening, if you honestly think that is Ray Fisher's MO and that's his way of getting stuff done, then you don't understand Ray Fisher, and you don't understand one thing of what he's tried to do. Yes, he has poked the bear where it's needed. Yes, he has made statements where he's needed to make them, but there is no statement to make against Discovery at this point, and that is why he would not do that. The man does not operate that. He is the coolest, smoothest guy around, and I'm sorry that you're not close enough to the situation to understand that.
See, this is the thing. You are too close enough to the situation.
No, I am not too close. I just am close enough to be able to see the freaking situation and know that he's not trying to give him a hard time.
Have you not heard yourself? You're like, well, I've talked to Ray. He's been here. I know. That is you acting like you have all the information.
Me and everyone else here in the chat right now knows that what you're saying is absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't matter that he's been here. It doesn't matter that he's been here and talked to me. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. I just know from looking at
objectively. You are not looking
just don't know.
Now you know.
It's an emotional response to something. And you are literally treating it like I'm attacking his character, which I am not.
I am not saying you're attacking his character. I've never said that. You are putting words in everybody's freaking mouth tonight. Oh my God!
I'm attacking his character. I'm not attacking his character. All I said was,
you gotta be kidding me.
Poking the bear, which is what he's been doing on social media, and you're taking that exceptionally personally, and I don't know why.
No, I'm not, because
you are. You're
redefining words. You are redefining words, Matt.
I'm not redefining words. I've explained. If you think about it,
that's not what poking the bear means.
Statements to where he is. It's garnered a response from Warner's.
I can read the definition of poking the bear again if we need to.
So that's the whole point. That's the whole point. If Warner Media does nothing and it goes to Discovery, and Discovery does nothing, Ray's going to come out and he's.
All right, so that's a lot of ifs, though, there, sir, because Warner's not going to do anything because they click like you. That point is well made. But if Discovery, I think a phone call from him, be like, hey, I'd like to chat with somebody over there about what happened in the previous. I think they're going to take the call.
Maybe not. Maybe
I'm going to lean towards maybe yes.
Maybe they don't care. Let's talk about that. Let's look at that as a hypothetical. What if they don't care? What if he doesn't get what he wants, which is an apology, which is, I think, something he's absolutely owed. What if he doesn't get what he wants? At that point, Warner Media is not going to be a thing anymore. Well, who's going to be the new boss?
Well, then it would be a dead issue. What are you going to do with Discovery? They didn't do anything wrong.
Well, he's the one who's invoking their name.
What has he got?
He's the one invoking their name here. So if Firewater is correct, then what does that mean? What does that mean if he goes out there and he tags Discovery in a tweet? Then after that, I Stand With Ray Fisher was trending again, which means that there was a lot more eyeballs on that situation and a lot more people.
Yeah, because Discovery. Yesterday was the anniversary of the murder of George Floyd. There's a lot of we got a lot of pushback with that tweet. Yeah.
Yes, it was that whole thing, absolutely. But again, that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about here, RJ. Okay.
Well, I'm just bringing it up because I'm adding context to what's going on.
That context again. He wants an apology from Warner Brothers their statement in his mind was tone deaf, which I believe almost every corporation releasing statements like that is absolutely tone deaf. And so that's what he wants. What he specifically wants is an apology. That's what Ray Fisher wants. That is the level we're coming at this from. So if he doesn't get it from Warner Media, when Warner Media dissipates and moves into another company, but Warner Brothers still exists as an entity, but they're owned by Discover Warner or Warner Discover or whatever, then that's going to go to the next level. That's going to go to the next management cycle, the next HR people, whatever. And it starts all over again. And if he doesn't get what he wants, because Hollywood is very slow on a lot of these issues, then it's going to be continuously tagging at Discovery or whatever else.
Can I just say something? Hold on. Can I just say something? Here's why I'm yelling, because what you guys don't hear is I can't hear my own voice in my headphones. Okay. When we use StreamYard, unless you have it put through a certain way, you cannot hear your own voice in your headphones. So I can literally hear everybody else's voice. I can hear everything everybody else is saying. But when literally one person is controlling the entire thing and won't let anybody else talk, that's why I was raising my voice. I'm not mad at Matt. I'm just saying this is just a horribly bad take as far as I'm concerned. And I think like every Shut up, Justin. No,
Thank you, Justin Proper. Finally, we agree on something.
There you go.
He must really hate Enosh. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Oh my gosh! And because I did that, I totally lost all my super chat placement. So now I got to go back through here because I had super chats that I needed to get to.
All right. Well, I got a jet anyway. I got to go get a couple of orders. So
all right, Matt.
I got to go to work. Listen, the last thing I'll say is this, because it'll probably come up in my stream tonight anyway. I want Ray to get what he wants, what he's deserved, or what he's owed, 100%. But let's be real about how he goes about it, which is he uses his platform in order to vocalize his complaints, which then garners a response. That's all it is. That has been his MO since July 2020. That hasn't changed. So if you think he's poking the bear before, he's definitely going to poke the bear again. That is what he's going to do, and he's right to do it. But being mad at me for calling out it as exactly what it is.
Dude, and nobody's mad at you, Matt. Nobody's mad at you, Matt.
Because you guys got a little bit heated at that because I said bad things.
Because you're talking. Because you won't be quiet
nobody's
for
saying
2
that
seconds.
he didn't poke the bear. We're just arguing what the bear is, and it's
the bear
Warner.
The bear is going to move from one boss to another.
Right, but for right now, that's not the case.
No,
you said going to, which means future tense. I'm talking about present tense.
Yeah, and that was his ultimate.
Aha! I win.
And that he says, if you won't, maybe Discovery will.
Somebody's food's getting cold.
If not a direction. So ruminate for a while. I do gotta.
All right.
Well,
my
that was
Lord.
something.
I caught him out of position at the end there.
Okay, so let me just make sure that I see exactly where I'm at here. So I missed them all except for Master Swag King Entertainment's $2 super chat. Thank you, MSK. Says Ben Affleck is hot. Would kiss him. Okay. Before that, TJ, and I apologize, guys. I wish that I could. You know what? Maybe I can, because I do like to show the super chats if I can. I don't know what that was. I'm sorry. I get what Matt's trying to say in general about the fact that yes, he's definitely putting out there to Warner Brothers once again the same idea that he's already put out several times. Is that he's going to poke the bear at Warner Brothers. Okay, I can't go back, but he's going to poke the bear at Warner Brothers, but he's not poking the bear if you're trying to say that the bear is Discovery. Discovery doesn't even have a dog in this fight yet. Everybody's acting like this is a done deal and like Discovery already owns the whole thing. My gosh, that's not even it. But TJ put in here Discovery has seen the Ray Fisher issue. Yep. I'm sure Discovery is very much aware of this issue because they've even talked about in their press releases about the fact that they want to build back relationships, And by the way, welcome, Ty.
Hey.
What's going on, man? Hey, man.
Hey, what's up? Dude, no wonder my McDonald's gets cold.
I know, man. Jeez.
Very passionate.
TJ also had another $5 Canadian super chat. Thank you so much. Says Matt, you are wrong. Discovery is in the process of owning Warner Media. Merging, I think is the better word there. But yes, they are now in position to rectify the Justice League reshoot issue. Look, and that's going to be up to them once all this happens, like how they deal with that, if they deal with it, if they don't deal with it. But listen, the reality is nothing that we have seen out of Ray Fisher at this point has shown that he just recklessly goes at people just because. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to go at Discovery, and nothing about this tweet. Because he doesn't even direct anything at Discovery. He says, if you won't, talking to Warner, if you won't, maybe they will. Meaning that they have an opportunity to be good people about this and possibly fix a situation.
They probably will. I'm betting on. If I were a betting man, I would.
I mean,
say,
I'm not gonna lie. It does kind of have that. Let me talk to the manager ring to it. I mean,
well, who else is he supposed to talk to, Brian?
No, I understand. I mean,
you know what I'm saying.
I mean, it is what it is. But here's something that I've been thinking this whole time when you guys were going on. I think a lot of people think this is old news now. Like.
Maybe
I'm sorry that like they didn't get what they wanted out of the situation, but you know what I mean? I think at this point Ray Fisher's kind of just whistling in the wind while the company's moved on. Like
maybe.
I just don't know. Here's what I don't understand. I don't know why Matt is so hell bent on just saying that I'm too close to the situation, that acting like I can't like have a thought in my own head about a situation where it's literally I'm looking at something like this and saying, hey, yes, I agree with you. This first part, he's definitely poking the bear at Warner Brothers, but this other part is not. This other part is not. It's literally just a statement. And I'm sorry, but you know, it's actually kind of offensive, like to just be like, well, you just can't make up your, you can't make up your own mind. You basically can't come to a generic thought. So you just think that I'm an idiot? Like, Matt, I know that we're better friends than that. You don't just think I'm an idiot. So so what's the deal, man? Like, so because I have known and talked to somebody, I mean, that'd be like me telling you that you can't make a coherent thought about other people that you've disagreed with or agreed with or whatever. I mean, that I don't think that's a fair thing at all, and a fair way to put that at all. Justin Proper said, can Brian please take over again? # Brian Lounge.
That's right. We had a lot of fun last time when it went down. I waxed intellectually about gold mining, prospecting in the area of California where I'm from.
Yes, it was great. And then
were you wearing your 49ers hat when you were doing that?
I was. It was very
awesome. That's how you do
it. It was very historical. And not only that, but I am a mark for the Discovery Channel's Gold Rush. So I'll be very happy to see that on a combined streaming platform in the near future.
And then I had it up there, but I had it up there, but I didn't read it. But I kept flashing it again and again. Was Bat Dan's $1.99 super chat? Thank you. It says # restore the Snyderverse, # prove Matt Jarbo wrong. So look, we love Matt. I'm not mad at Matt. I hope nobody comes away like thinking that I'm nobody's mad at Matt. It's just
extra loud.
I know, like, and you know what? Let's be honest. Matt was poking the bear there. So we all love Matt. We all love Matt. Like, you got to understand though, seriously, and you guys who stream, I can't hear myself talk because now I am like literally sectioned off where it's soundproof, where I'm just hearing the thoughts in my head. And when I literally have Matt going on, and it's like, no offense to anybody, but it's like I got Matt, I got Firewater, I got RJ, which, by the way, did RJ dip?
Oh bother.
Where is RJ?
He's right below Brian.
I think he's on.
He just changed his pick.
Oh, so now you're a bear. Okay. Did I lose RJ?
I'm the bear being poked.
Oh my gosh.
Hey now.
Wow.
Of all the bears to choose that got poked, Winnie the Pooh.
Hey, nothing wrong with Winnie the Pooh.
Wow.
My dude Winnie the Pooh needs to learn how to spell though, but other than that, he good.
This is
so anyways. So
It's just fun. It's just fun. Like, you guys know, you never know what's going to happen here at the Point Extra Lounge.
That's for sure.
Yeah, remember when we were going to talk about like Kraven the Hunter, Zack Snyder?
I know. Remember this, that we had like all these things. TJ here, and I know I missed his first one, so I'm going to go back to that one. But TJ here with the $2 Canadian Super Chat says, we are forged in fire, not lies. TJ also says, Matt, you are arguing over nothing. Remember Zaslav's statement, repair the relationship with the stars. Discovery has to do this. Ray Fisher knows this. Okay, Carlos. I don't know what he won. I
don't know. I don't think Jarbo won any bonuses tonight.
I was going to say there was something to be won.
Two people agree with Matt, and he won. That's how that works. I don't know.
I didn't even know it was a debate.
I didn't know either.
It was just a lot of yelling.
Well, the thing was like he just wouldn't stop. He just wouldn't stop. He just kept going on and on. We all.
That's Jarbo one-on-one though, right? That's what he does.
Yeah, which you can't fault him for. I mean, look,
the rules of engagement on
exactly. Yeah. All right. So. Okay. Who.
Breathe.
All right. Yes. Breathe, my pasty friend. Okay. So anyway, so John Cena followed me. And
yeah,
that was like an hour and a half ago, Mike.
Right? Yeah, that's some old news there.
And now China's mad at him. And now China's mad at him. So there you go.
This just in.
All right.
Well, China's a tricky situation, man. They're our number one trade partner.
Yep.
And like Shannon Sharp said on his show, he said we have shared interests, not shared values.
Yes.
Which makes things very difficult. Of course, China is responsible for a large chunk of the box office. If you want to do business over there, you have to bend the knee. That's what the regime requires. It is what it is. So, I mean, everyone wants to jump on John Cena's back, fine, but like,
he was stuck in a lose-lose situation. No matter
yeah,
what.
I mean, it's. I don't think he meant any harm. I don't think he has a hateful bone in his body, or would want to piss off China or whatever, or invalidate anybody. But I mean. You gotta, especially nowadays, especially look at the platform he has just on Twitter alone. Was he have 11 million followers or something like that? He's seen all over the world every day. So I don't, I guess he had to issue an apology. I appreciate him trying, but I mean that's the thing when you deal with a country again where our only interests appear to be financial because we fundamentally disagree on everything else.
Yeah.
Did he actually really follow you, or is that a joke or something?
No, he really followed me.
Dude, fucking right, man.
I love the absolute contrast. Like
I'm not cutting a check for that F-bomb there.
I'm looking at like all I was putting out there was the absolute just kind of fun and hilarity and irony of the like we've been teasing John Cena for the last week, and yes, he indeed followed me this morning out of nowhere, and like that just comes in hard. It's like he's got he follows 300,000 people. You're nobody special.
Yeah, and I'm still being serious about that. I'm still mad at John Cena for not following me. I've been getting bullied relentlessly for saying give Peacemaker a chance. He doesn't have the courtesy to follow back.
Well,
fair, man.
There's all that.
Does he?
There's all that.
That's really cool though.
It is. It's just something fun. It's just something fun, man.
Awesome.
I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah, thank you. I know that I did anything, but I appreciate it.
You supported him last night.
Yeah. Here's the thing. So I jumped in. I mean, I can't say it the whole time, but I jumped in to say because when Matt said that, not to bring it back up, but when he said that you're too close to it, it really got me a little bit ticked off, and. You're not, just so you know, you're not too close to it. The fact that you care is a good thing. And the fact that you want to see justice done is a good thing. So like, just remember that. Oh,
well, man, I appreciate that, dude. Yeah. I appreciate that, man. That, that's all I think any of this is. I mean, it's like, I just said on the stream that I was on earlier tonight, that on MKS's stream, like, look, I'm not one of these people like, that just like neither Ray Fisher or Zack Snyder can just do anything, and I'm just going to go, well, I'm going to worship the ground that they just, walk on. I mean, I think I still have, the ability to. I think we all should still have the ability to make judgment calls on whatever we see. If Zack Snyder makes a movie that I don't like in the future, I'll simply say, I don't like
robot zombies. I thought that was dumb.
Yeah, everybody has the right to say that, man. If Ray Fisher, I've said all along, if it came out tomorrow that Ray Fisher had nothing, I'd be like, well, I'm done with that. Or if Ray Fisher said something or did something that I disagreed with, I would definitely make a comment about that. So I don't know. It just is what it is. But there's lots of cool stuff. Actually, besides that, I'm going to defer to Firewater. What do you want to talk about first, Firewater? Do you want to talk about Kraven? Do you want to talk about the talk about Man of Steel being in Nolan's universe? Cillian Murphy being considered as Nolan's Batman back in the day, or Evil Dead Rise coming to HBO Max?
Ooh, I like Army of Darkness. Let's go with Evil Dead Rise.
I thought you might do that. That's why I did it, because it was like the last thing on that list. But I thought, you know what? I bet you that Firewater would want to talk about that, and I'm all for that. Yeah. So this is something that I didn't see coming. I didn't see this coming, man.
Well,
did you guys watch the new series?
I watched a little bit of it. Yes, yeah. Shame it got canceled prematurely. Really sucks.
Ash versus the Evil Dead. Yeah.
Yeah. So wait, is this a sequel to like the Evil Dead reboot, or is this a sequel to Evil Dead like the original films?
Well, that's a good question. Because it's got some people in here, I think, from there. But it says Bruce Campbell is executive producing. Now, did you guys see the Evil Dead reboot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of it?
Definitely gruesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely gruesome. I'm not a huge fan of like those kind of films, but that one it sticks out in my mind. That's for sure.
Oh yeah.
For many scenes.
I'm not trying to get my nerd card revoked, but I've never even seen Evil Dead the first time.
Wow. Brian, I'm gonna talk to you privately later about that. Okay?
Wait, Brian, have you seen Evil Dead 2 or Army of Darkness?
None of them.
Wow. Okay.
So we're 0 for 3, and you know what happens when you get 3 strikes, right?
You're out.
Well, I'll see you guys later. Sorry.
Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness are probably some of the best movies ever.
Army of Darkness is absolutely
hysterical.
Oh
my gosh. Yeah. Heck yeah, it is. Heck yeah.
My boomstick.
I just it was a few months ago we introduced our kids to the Evil Dead franchise, and heck yeah, just so much fun.
I'm just upset because Bruce Campbell said he retired from the role of Ash. Like he's no longer going to play him in live action.
Well, the movie came out 40 years ago, didn't it?
Well, I know, but the reason why is because Ash versus Evil Dead got canceled, and he said, "Okay, I'm done. I'm not going to commit to this role anymore because like I'm going to get heartbroken again." So that's basically what his reasoning.
Heartbroken.
Yeah,
nobody wants to be canceled.
Yeah, because he got canceled before the series even got a proper ending. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a rip right there. I'll give him that one.
Tends to happen to a player every now and then.
Yeah, no, it is what it is. But yeah, let's take a look. Hold on a second here. TJ says Enosh left you a gift bag, or left you a gift. Big hashtag Black Adam. Scene. I've also never seen such movies. Oh, you haven't seen the Evil Dead. Oh, I think he might have sent me something. Oops, I don't know what.
Well, it's definitely one of those cult type movies, you know.
See, I'll say this: I've never seen the first Evil Dead. I started watching Evil Dead with Evil Dead 2 because I was on Netflix. So I watched Evil Dead 2, and I got introduced to Army of Darkness. Like that's where my true introduction to Evil Dead came from. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, this is TJ sent me a thing from Black Adam that said training hard, dieting down while pulling all sodium and every ounce of water and food is measured. Final 48 hours. Here we go. And it's basically, I guess it's, what's his name? It's The Rock's training.
says at midnight. I know it doesn't look like much, but this diet is a real science. Having a big scene this week for Black Adam that requires my shirt off. As many of you know, in the comic
he'll
mythology-
dehydrate his body, right, or something like that.
Yeah. That's
As if he couldn't do it without doing all
to
that.
make the veins pop out more.
Yeah.
That's okay. I get what it is now. That's
what Hugh Jackman would do every time he took his shirt off in like the Wolverine movies.
Same with Henry Cavill.
He would dehydrate his body, I think, for 36 hours, not have a lick of water.
Yeah, it's like a tactic.
I could see why they wouldn't want to continue playing those roles.
I'm looking at the picture that he posted. It's like a picture of food. I have no clue what he's eating. It looks like a jumbled mess of garble, but hey, it works. It works, man. It makes him fit his out, look good.
Jumbled mess of garble. I like it.
That's a whole new.
It's a whole new thing. But no, so I've always loved the Evil Dead series. I mean they're absolutely great movies. Bruce Campbell is just fantastic in the
I'm
role
so
of that.
mad about Bruce Campbell though. I almost got a chance to meet him, but he does this thing at conventions where he only lets a certain amount of people in per autograph session, and then he like leaves. So so what happened was like he basically he cuts it off. It was like really in the con mismanaged it. So I had scheduled to meet Bruce Campbell, but I got duped out of it, so I never got to meet him. So I'm still heartbroken over that.
Oh, sorry,
one day.
Back, right?
Yeah, so
I got my money back, yes, but
so here's the info though. Here's the deets. It says 40 years after the release of Evil Dead, the supernatural horror trilogy created by Sam Raimi is rising from the ashes. A new installment titled Evil Dead Rise is in the works at New Line Cinema. Unlike its predecessors, Evil Dead Rise is set for release on streamers, HBO Max in the US, on Canal Plus in the UK, and Metropolitan in France. Raimi created the series and directed the original film, 1981's The Evil Dead, and its two sequels, 1987's Evil Dead 2 and 1993's Army of Darkness at New Line. He won't be returning behind the camera to direct, but he will serve as an executive producer with Bruce Campbell, who starred as series protagonist Ash Williams. Campbell won't appear on screen in the upcoming entry. Evil Dead veteran Robert Tappert is also returning to produce the next chapter in the seminal horror series. The franchise was revived at Sony in 2013 with Evil Dead, a soft reboot directed by who's that?
Fetty Alvarez.
Is it Fetty Alvarez?
Fetty.
Raimi, Campbell, and Tappert produced that film. That film was actually good. I like that film, actually. It says, which was the first to not star Campbell as Ash. A TV series called Ash vs. Evil Dead launched on Starz. Tiffany really liked that show in 2015 and ended in 2018, with Campbell reprising his signature role and Raimi, Tappert, and Campbell on board as producers. The next chapter in the saga builds off the original trilogy rather than the 2013 reboot. I like that. And moves the action out of the woods and into the city. The Twisted Tale centers on two estranged sisters portrayed by Alyssa Sutherland and Lily Sullivan, whose reunion is cut short by the rise of flesh-possessing demons, thrusting them. Don't you hate it when that happens? Thrusting them into a primal battle for survival as they face the most nightmarish version of family imaginable. Filmmaker Lee Cronin, The Hole in the Ground, has handpicked by Raimi and Campbell to write and direct Evil Dead Rise. I'm thrilled to bring Evil Dead back to its original home at New Line 40 years after the release of the first film. Raimi said in a statement, the company's history as pioneers of horror speaks for itself. I'm equally excited to be working with Lee Cronin, whose gifts as a storyteller make him the ideal filmmaker to continue the enduring legacy of the franchise. Campbell added, at its core, Evil Dead is about ordinary people overcoming extraordinary, terrifying situations. I can't wait for Alyssa and Lily to fill the blood-soaked shoes of those who have come before them and carry on that tradition. Evil Dead Rise will begin production in New Zealand next month. It's unclear when the film will arrive on the small screen. The Evil Dead movies filled my brain with terror and awe when I first saw them at 9 years old. Cronin said, I'm excited and humbled to be resurrecting the most iconic of evil forces for both the fans and a whole new generation. Following the success of Evil Dead, New Line Cinema went on to produce horror hits such as It and its sequel, It Chapter 2, as well as James Wan's The Conjuring series. So,
I'm just surprised it's going to be continuing from the original films, not the reboot. If anything, I thought they'd continue off the reboot.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Cool. Hey,
So-
Enoch, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I gotta actually dip. And you guys have a great night, and thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, see you, man.
See you, Firewire.
Later, bud.
I think Enoch froze again.
Oh, rip.
Uh-oh. Take it easy, bud.
Oh, he's back.
And I'm back. I don't know what's been going on.
Hey, Enoch, I was just saying I have to dip, man. I'll catch you
All right,
later.
man.
All right.
All right, buddy. We'll see you later, Firewater.
Deuces.
All right, man. All right, buddy. I don't know what's been going on with my internet lately. It's so crazy. Oh, you're still in there, Firewater.
Maybe he's just gonna stay there forever as a ghost.
He wants a bonus before he goes.
We'll give him a bonus. I'm afraid we're gonna hear like things we're not supposed to hear in a minute.
Makes for good television, man.
I think he took off his headphones or whatever he was using.
Close the window without opening or.
Robin Loxley, give me a bonus.
I need to get more cigars and smack my secretary on the ass.
Oh, Brian, that line is great.
Yeah, it was fun. It was
All
fun.
right, I'm gonna remove him because I'm afraid. It's been a weird night so far. Okay, there he's gone. Okay, I'm just Lord knows what else is gonna happen tonight. But yeah,
So no Bruce Campbell, huh?
No
Not-
Bruce Campbell, and it's not a continuation of the 2013 movie. It's the original.
Well, you remember the reboot? They had a post-credit scene where Ash popped up for like 2 seconds, right?
Yeah,
They teased it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like Bruce Campbell could come back. Maybe not in this one, but they do like sequels after this is successful. Maybe
Might
he can
also
come
do a
back.
cameo like he did in the reboot. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's like an end credits
and-
thing.
Yeah, at the end credits thing, he pops up and he goes groovy. That was awesome. That was awesome. But yeah, I see. That's how I kind of feel about it too. Is I kind of feel about it that never say never.
Yeah.
If
the dollar signs were there, come on.
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel like if they had a story and it made sense for Ash to come back, he would come back because they love this property. They keep coming back to it, and I'm glad they keep coming back to it because I remember seeing Evil Dead 2. I saw Evil Dead 2 before I ever saw Evil Dead 1, and I will tell you all, anybody watching this, if you haven't watched them, watch Evil Dead 2: Dead by Dawn first. That's just a pro tip. You watch the first because it's pretty much systematically the same movie.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
it's basically a remake of the first one in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's not really a true sequel. It's very loosey goosey with continuity. This series is very loosey goosey with continuity. So
the first movie got made for like pennies. It was almost like a fan film with a budget. Them just having fun, just making a great movie. The second one, it's like, oh, okay, let's go back to the first one again with Ash as the main protagonist and really go crazy with the special effects and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, I agree. I think it sucks that if they're doing it, I'm actually, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird because if they're continuing from the original series, I like that. I really like that. But then it kind of makes the reboot kind of
the black sheep.
Yeah, and kind of null and void. And and I'll be honest with you, the reboot was good.
Yeah, I really liked
It's
it.
good. I
So-
liked it more, actually, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it had more of a look to it, a
Yeah,
modern look,
yeah.
obviously,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm into that, and I'm excited for it, and I can't wait to see what they do. Yeah, you're right, Zeno. Yeah, the first 20 minutes of Evil Dead 2 is basically a remake of Evil Dead 1, and there's so many great jokes in there. There's so many, I don't know, just so many tongue-in-cheek things. Like, first of all, if you're going into just thinking it's going to be a scary movie, it's not. It's not. It's so much fun. I mean, Bruce is just the man of 1,000 faces, man. Just the
You know what they should? Well, you know what Bruce Campbell should do? They should do a revival of Burn Notice. Bring Burn Notice back for a special one-off special.
Burn Notice.
Yeah. I didn't watch a lot of that. I think Tiffany watched some of that though, but
yeah, I was big into Burn Notice. So
my little brother liked Burn Notice.
Hail to the king, baby. Exactly, Cinefinity. Hail to the king, indeed. So I don't know. Oh, go ahead.
Did you? I'm like kind of like changing here, but did you guys what do you think about like the Amazon thing that's going on with MGM?
Oh yeah, the big moves that they made. Amazon bought MGM for about 8.62 billion.
Yeah, and like you know, who knows? James Bond might be Prime. You know, like if they wanted to, and like they wanted to pull like a like a Microsoft Bethesda thing, like make it exclusive, like James Bond exclusive to Amazon Prime. I mean, it's something that they could do potentially after this next one.
And not just James Bond, but RoboCop, Rocky.
Creed.
That's a boss move. That's a big play on.
Oh yeah.
Tell you what, that's what's the bad thing for Netflix and the reason why they're having to start making their own content, because all of their content was owned by other studios, and they were basically leasing it out and for their whole platform, and that's what kind of spurred this whole thing to begin with, right? Was like all these other companies were like, wait a second, hold on, Netflix is making bank off of our properties.
Yeah.
They're paying for them, but we could be making a whole lot more money.
Yeah, but they're reaping the reward, and they're growing their name off of our.
Yeah. Well, it was really interesting with the Amazon MGM thing, because Jeff Bezos said we're going to modernize these properties for the 21st century, and it seems like they're going to not necessarily make streaming movies, but really like use these properties to make streaming shows on Prime Video. Really, spin-offs and stuff is what they're really probably going to be focusing on. Because they said No Time to Die is not going to go to streaming. Like that's like James Bond is going to stay a theatrical experience. They're not going to remove or get rid of that. Yes, they did. Yeah, they clarified that. Yeah.
Okay. Because I was saying that could be a boss move right there.
But that doesn't mean spin-off series won't happen on Prime Video though, or a spin-off movie.
But that's a huge deal, and I mean, it's not like Discovery and HBO Max, but I've long said that like you shouldn't sleep on Amazon Prime.
It makes you wonder like what studio's next? Is Lionsgate going to get bought by someone, or Sony Pictures?
MGM's one of the oldest studios there is, and like are we ever going to see that lion like beginning ever again? That kind of like makes you sad.
Classic.
Well, it's like the 20th Century Fox thing, man. It's like I miss that so much, man.
Times are a-changing.
They are indeed.
I know.
But yeah, so it's cool. I mean, it's a big move. So
H Bars with a $5 super chat. It says he got the package today. He says, I got your package today. Gonna open it when I get home from work. Well,
how big of a package is it, H Bars? I'm just curious.
Oh, geez, that's pretty impertinent.
All right, you got a drop for that.
That's a little fresh, man. Like,
well, so are you telling me that you want to see how big the package is?
See his package?
Like it's a massive thing, and so I want to see his thing.
Very cool.
It's my favorite one.
Yeah, he wants to see his thing.
It was my favorite one. I love that.
Yeah, and then because it's H Bart's, we'll give him a Kermit.
Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline.
That's great.
Oh
man. So let's see. So also there's a lot of people talking about Amazon in here. Amazon now owns The Handmaid's Tale.
Sleep on it.
Wow.
Don't sleep on Amazon, man. They're coming.
Handmaid's Tale is on Hulu though.
Yeah, that's where I was like, wow.
Unless MGM makes it, like maybe the production studio behind it.
Probably.
Well, I mean, you guys, the Boys is amazing. And
Astro Josh went out something interesting though. The thing to note is Amazon only owns 1986 and onward of MGM's film library. Warner Media owns everything that came before.
What the?
That's really weird then, because that does not mean they. Well, I guess Rocky would be the exception, right? Because they mentioned Rocky in all the Rocky movies.
Possibly. I mean, the first one's made way before then, and then
that that makes sense though, because Warner Media owns Turner Classic Movies, and they own stuff like Wizard of Oz, and that's MGM. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, it's clearly not so cut and dry, but yeah. But it's a good thing. I mean, I like Amazon. I like it.
And apparently now they own the original Child's Play, Amazon.
Yeah. Are you guys
There's like a lot of crazy stuff.
Oh
Are you guys looking forward to the Lord of the Rings thing, the prequel?
That's gonna be huge.
It's. I mean,
I'm intrigued by it. I just want to see a trailer first.
Yeah,
I really.
World building, 400, almost. All that money dropped on it. It's gonna.
If it's not brilliant, I'm gonna be so aggravated.
A lot of people are, but I mean, we'll just have to wait and see.
Well, my thing on that, and I hate to say it, but I've said it many times. It's kind of my hot take. I'm just not that much into Lord of the Rings.
Was it also like Harry Potter that you said too, though?
No, I love Harry Potter.
Okay,
I love Harry Potter. I'm not into the new films.
The Fantastic Beasts.
The Fantastic Beasts thing.
Most people aren't.
Yeah, the Fantastic Beasts thing, it drives me nuts, but here's here's something about. Hold on a second.
I mean, I do love the Lord of the Ring books and the Hobbit books, so that's what got me into watching the films when they dropped. But
oops, hold on a second. Everything's running so slow tonight. Jeez. Come on. There we go. Okay. Sin Infinity sent me this. Okay. Says Gone with this is from IndieWire. Says Gone with the Wind and The Wizard of Oz are not part of the Amazon MGM deal, and here's why. Oops. No, we don't want to. No. Blah 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 blah. With its $8.45 billion deal to buy MGM, Amazon will stock Prime Video with the studio's cachet of 4,000 movies and 17,000 hours of television.
Wow. Damn. Bonus.
Really. It's a huge library, but notably absent are some of MGM's most iconic films, including The Wizard of Oz, Singing in the Rain, and Gone with the Wind. Those titles and all other MGM movies made before 1986 belong to Warner Media. In 1986, Ted Turner made a series of deals that resulted in Turner Broadcasting taking ownership of all prior MGM films. Not unlike Amazon, he wanted the films for programming his growing cable empire, and the library became one of the pillars that built Turner Classic Movies. Today, Warner Media owns both TCM and Turner's MGM library. Many titles, including The Wizard of Oz, are available to stream on HBO Max. Today, the public is more likely to chatter about the latest program that happens to be floating in the streamers. I'm trying to see, though, if this is anything about that Rocky thing, though. So MGM's library has always been key to its appeal. The late Kirk Kerkorian bought and sold the studio's name and assets 3 times over 35 years in complex series of deals that helped make him a billionaire.
Damn.
Jeez. Holy crap.
It's got to get into it here. No?
No, I'm not. It says in 1987, MGM bought Polygram's library, which includes The Graduate and Fargo. At that point,
Sorry,
Fargo. It's not just you're all good. As the Los Angeles Times pointed out, MGM's library was so large that it represented more than half of the Hollywood studio films produced since 1948. Former MGM executive Kenneth McCormick recalled one of those 1999 dealmaker sessions to the Wall Street Journal. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about Rocky.
How can they not? It's like one of their biggest one of their huge, and especially with Creed 3 coming out. Sorry, it's definitely should. I thought it would be mentioned for sure.
RJ, were you sure that it was like all?
It seems
Rocky
like
films?
if it was meant to be mentioned or worthy of mentioning, it would be there. So maybe
not all the Rocky movies are. Just the ones after 1986.
So would that be like? I think that might be like maybe. I don't know when Rocky 2 came out, but it's definitely like the third.
It'd be Rocky. It'd be Rocky 5 on. Is what it would be.
Really? Was that all close in production?
Only the
Rocky 4. I think Rocky 4 was 84. I think
I'm googling it right now to figure it out.
Yeah, I believe it's.
So what was the date again?
70s film.
Oh yeah, it would be Rocky 4 because that came out in 1985. So then so Rocky 4 on. But she's also released that he's going to do a director's cut of Rocky 4. He just posted that today, or like a poster for that, which is going to be huge. because I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we didn't see.
Wait, what is it?
We're getting a director's cut of Rocky 4.
Oh.
Yep.
That'll tickle a lot of people's.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that. I love those movies.
Yeah, I love Rocky, especially Rocky 4, man. I love Rocky 4. So.
Especially during a time period in Cold War. Huge movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so that's interesting, man. That deal is just it's amazing, like all these switches that are going on right now.
Well, I think that there's a thing. I think this is not the last one that's going to happen. I think it's going to start happening a lot with these theatrical studios that maybe need a streaming service. The world is clearly shifting that way, which kind of sucks if you think about it. We still need theatrical studios, but money's in streaming right now, and it's you could see it from both sides being good or bad. But I mean, I'm a movie theater guy, so seeing these kind of things happen, it does kind of like in the back of my mind, it's like, all right, maybe hold off, or why are we doing this? But I guess end of the day it comes to money.
Yeah, no, I know, man. It's like the world doesn't stay the same. It moves around and does different things. So, so then this story, I know a lot of people were clamoring for this right at the top, and after that exchange, I almost wish I had gone with this first.
Yeah.
No, it's all good. So Aaron Taylor Johnson is going to star in Sony Marvel's pick of Kraven the Hunter. Thoughts on this? Just initial thoughts.
I mean, I think it's cool. I mean, definitely he's a great actor, but I just don't know too much about it. But I mean, he definitely shown that he can bulk up and possibly play such a character. He'd done in Kick-Ass and other movies, but I don't know.
Of all,
I don't know about Kraven though.
I just don't. Kraven just seems like he's fine as an idea to be in like a Spider-Man movie or something, like as a side character or whatever, or like like you have like when you have like a couple of villains in there at the same time, and Kraven could be one.
But
a
Aaron
solo movie,
yes,
yeah, this is not going to work. I
They
don't know
just
if you guys
kinda
did you
forward.
guys watch Krypton?
Yes.
The guy who played what's his name? What am I thinking of? The DC character that has like the long Lobo. Like I picture a guy like that, you know what I mean? Like really like bulky and big, and like I just don't see Aaron Taylor Johnson as
a Jason Momoa type big man.
I didn't want to use Jason Momoa as an example, but I just started watching Krypton, and I got to the Lobo parts, and I was like, and then this news came out today, and I was like, wow, really? Like Quicksilver? I could see him as that. I could see him as Quicksilver, like bulky, not bulky, but a muscular.
I look at Aaron Taylor Johnson when he's bulked up. He seems much bigger to me than the guy who played Lobo, because I was actually disappointed with the guy who played Lobo, because the guy who played Lobo is pretty tiny. He's really skinny. I mean, he's cut, but he's really skinny.
Maybe I'm like underestimating Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Let me pull this up here. Lobo.
I thought he did. I thought he was all right. I mean, I thought he looked the part.
Yeah. I mean, he looked the part, but he seemed. I don't know. Like I said here. I mean, yeah, he's okay. He's okay. I don't know. He just seems small to me for some reason for Lobo. I mean, looking at these pictures, I guess he doesn't seem so bad. Like, okay, so let me pull this up here real quick. By the way, Brian said that you got to get going.
Yeah. No, I gotta call it a night. The back is on fire right now.
All right, bro. Well, hey, man, we love you, man, and always glad to have you in the stream for sure.
Yeah,
So,
guys, have a great night. Thank you for all the loving I get every time I come on here. It's so much fun.
Absolutely, bro.
Have a good night, guys.
All right,
Hey,
man.
Brian.
See you, Brian.
Later, bud.
All right, so here's the guy who played Lobo. To me,
Yeah,
he looks off.
yeah, all right, yeah. I mean, putting it like that, yeah, I see what you mean.
And so, and
he's
then
definitely like, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
yeah.
But,
So let me pull up Aaron Taylor, because I've seen some pictures of him where like, oh yeah. Okay, so here's one to me, and you guys can tell me what you guys think. But he doesn't have his shirt off here, but he does look. Oops. Get this in here. He just seems to have a larger frame.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, okay. I mean, he's just not as big boned, like if you want to call it that, like not big boned, but like, I see.
Hot
He's
take
definitely
time.
muscular.
Yeah,
He's
I got a hot take for this. I actually really like this cascade.
Really?
Yeah, I actually do. He's played villains before in some movies. He bulked up. He's bulked up considerably, I think. And I was AFK for a moment, but like I think Sony said they were really impressed because he's doing this new movie called Bullet Train with Brad Pitt and a couple other people at Sony, and they saw the dailies for that movie and they're like, this guy is great. We like working with them. Let's make him Kraven, basically. So,
yeah. And
I mean, traditionally he has been pretty thin.
Yeah, but it's
he
no
has
bulked up. We see
But he can
what they
bulk
can
up.
do. We see
he
what
knows
they
how
can
to do
do with
accents. He
people.
could do a Russian accent. I think if he bulks up, he grows that beard out. I can see him as Kraven.
We see what the regiments that these guys go through, and like, all, Kumail Nanjiani for Eternals, for example.
Yeah, like he transformed.
The guy's a
completely.
straight up comedian.
Wow.
And is now, or Chris Pratt, like, he definitely could get there, and maybe I'm just like,
I just find it interesting because it seems like the implications are, okay, they're going to do this Kraven movie. It's going to come out January 2023. And then afterward, you're going to see him pop up in a bunch more movies. Maybe the Spider-Man movies with Tom Holland, maybe, or just maybe he'll be in Venom 3 or Morbius 2. We'll see.
Yeah, that's like a huge if.
You know what my biggest drawback to him is when I think of Kraven, I think of somebody much older.
Yeah.
Maybe
that's where I was going with that, more or less than the figure.
I can kind of see that, yeah. But I think the reason because he's not, I think he's like in his 40s though. I know he looks young, but I think he is like at least late 30s, early 40s. I'd have to look that up, but
I'm gonna Google that right now.
Yeah, please do, because I would love to know. But I think it makes sense even if he is younger because they want him to be in. Like I said, oh, sorry, go ahead, Black Ops.
I was gonna just say he's 30 years old.
Okay, 30 on the dot.
Yeah, 30 on the dot.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the thing. I think they signed because here's the thing. They did cast young, and I can understand why. It's like, hey, maybe they should cast someone like their 40s or 50s. But they signed to a multi-film deal. Like he's going to be Sony's Kraven for like they hope at least like the next decade. Decade worth of movies.
Yeah.
So I mean,
well, at least this first movie until the whole thing collapses because it's Sony.
No, here's the thing, man. We joke about Sony.
Yes.
Venom was a monster
saying.
hit. Venom was a monster hit.
Venom was not good. It was a hit as far as audiences go, but it was not
audiences loved it.
And I just,
I
don't think
like
you can build anything off of that. Like eventually, that awe factor is going to wear off, and people are going to realize.
But here's the thing, though.
Not good.
Here's the thing: Spider-Man: No Way Home is releasing this December. They're already introducing the multiverse. Sony is making these movies MCU adjacent. Maybe not officially part of the canon, but they want you to associate their movies with the MCU as well.
Yeah, of course.
My thing is that I think they are planning, even if it's not Tom Holland, this No Way Home movie is a God blessing to them because that can justify story decisions they make and say, hey, No Way Home, maybe we don't have Tom Holland, but we could have Toby, Andrew, Jessica Drew's on the way, Spider-Woman's on the way, Olivia Wilde's directing that movie for Sony. Miles Morales has been rumored to be showing up in a live action movie, you know.
But isn't this like the ultimate tease then? Like, seriously, if you're not going to freaking have Spider-Man show up at any of these things with like all of Spider-Man's villains, that's just a
I think the
tease.
plan.
All you're going to do is
have
piss
Spider-Man
people.
show up though. Maybe not Tom Holland, but a Spider-Man will show up. Even if they have to cast their own version, I think they still want Spider-Man fighting these villains.
Yes, me too.
That has to be their Avengers level. No pun intended. End game for what they're planning with these movies, right?
Yeah,
so
I think it would be smart. Sorry, Enosh.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, I actually enjoyed Venom, okay, for what it was. The travesty about that, though, is that obviously Spider-Man has absolutely nothing to do with that,
right?
With that origin story,
yeah, and I
right, with that origin story.
First.
And I'll be honest with you, look, if you know, RJ, I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, but look, one of the things that I have read and was very much involved in was those early Spider-Man and Venom things. Like I have a Web of Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3. Okay, where it's like, you know, when he first gets the black suit.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I have those, and the thing is, I was very much into that back in the day, and like I know that Maximum Carnage story very, very well. And I'm sorry, but like I watching that trailer for this Carnage movie.
Yeah, Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Let There Be Carnage. I was like, oh, please no. Please don't tell me.
I didn't get a
please
chance to
don't tell me
about
that you're
that.
going to make an absolute joke out of this.
Well, hold on
it was
for a
all
second. Hold on,
dude. It was
hold on.
all jokey jokes, man.
Yeah, especially like the first like 15 seconds.
The
of
whole
the trailer.
like 30 seconds.
That was just like, wow.
Hold on.
Dude.
That was the first Venom movie. That's what audiences love. They like the back and forth between him and Venom.
Yeah,
That was
no. Don't get me wrong. I like the back and forth in Venom, but they came out way too hard and heavy on the comedy in a Carnage film. Carnage is the most gruesome, bloody. I mean, you can make a If any Venom movie is going to be rated R, it should be the Carnage movie.
No, I get that. Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
But when you start out your trailer literally with 30 seconds of jokes, and not just jokes, but like
breakfast
bad joke, like one right after the other, man. It's funny. Hey, look, here's Venom making eggs. Here's Venom doing all this stuff.
Yeah,
right?
but that's to remind the audience what they liked from the first movie.
Dude,
Before Carnage comes in, it's
no.
gonna be that tone resetter with the darker tone.
I'm sorry, dude. No, you could have done that with one or two jokes and be done with it. They just kept hitting, and we never got.
Sony's marketing team sucks, though. To be fair, so.
But then let's be honest and then talk about that. Then let's not try to defend it and say, well, it's like they're just trying to reset it. No, they're either trying to reset it or they suck.
Yeah,
it's either one or the other. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Sucks.
They're either trying to reset it and they totally missed the bar, and maybe they filled the trailer with a bunch of the jokes that there's only a few jokes in the thing or whatever, but like. That better not be the tone for that film, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I really hope to God that that's not the tone. I want to get to a couple of things here real quick, and then I'll go to you, Ty. So Symphony and Beyond just said, Enosh with Venom, Morbius, and now Kraven, and I know this. They're going to tap into that Sinister Six again. That script still exists from Drew Goddard, and I know that they've had a thing for the Sinister Six thing. Okay,
they've had it for years. They've had
it for years. But like this is like way too many moving parts of like who's going to be actually in the Sinister Six thing, and like who's going to be a part of the Sinister Six. I don't know.
And
TJ, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Ty.
Like really quick to off of that super chat specifically. All right, we're building a Sinister Six. Guess okay, who's going to stop the Sinister Six? Like you need a Spider-Man in there,
and I think you will get a Spider-Man eventually.
Well, you can't build the Sinister Six and then have Spider-Man get his origin story. It doesn't add up that way. Why
does the Sinister Six come together?
That's
to go rob banks.
Yeah.
Well, that's why that's why they're introducing the multiverse, though. I think they're gonna like pluck these characters and put them in the MCU, or the opposite, or they're gonna pluck different Spider people from other universes and put them in that world.
Right. The reason Joker worked was because audiences knew it was not tied to any of the DCU, wasn't tied to anything. Sony is like putting a curtain up, and they're like making you like, we're having this conversation right now. Is it going to do this? Is it going to do that? It's like we really have no idea what the direction is. Like, are they going to have a Spider-Man? Are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? So that they're banking on you, building those expectations.
And the thing is, like, the weird part is the Morbius trailer, right? Because you guys remember that Morbius trailer from a while back,
right?
Michael Keaton, Michael Keaton showed up. It's like, wait, what's going on?
Right.
But that's where it gets confusing.
Right. But they're banking on you building these things in your head, and like, you know, that's not a good way to go about things. Like, is to, okay, let's, like, if it doesn't ever work out with like doing that,
right?
Then that's.
I mean, I'm just happy with this because as a hardcore Spider-Man fan, I've always wanted to see live action Kraven. He's one of Spider-Man. It's like I think he's underrated in some regards as a Spider-Man villain. Like, the cool thing is, this is one of the rare opportunities. I think, you know, so it's like one of the rare opportunities where like we get to see a character in live action for the first time. So Aaron Taylor Johnson's going to be able to craft this character from the ground up. Like, there's no previous iterations of it that he has to live up to. It's going to be like wholly his own. So that's really good. Cool to me. So
yeah, that's fine. TJ here with the $5 Canadian super chat says, "Are you going to talk about J.J. Abrams? A plan would have been good statement about Star Wars bonus." So I will say this. Hold on. So that is not on the agenda for tonight. I actually plan on adding that to tomorrow night's agenda. And we will we'll talk about that.
Could be like a whole stream conversation.
Because there's a lot there to unpack. But thank you, TJ, for bringing that up. Yeah, because
huge.
Can you just tell me what it's in reference to?
It's in reference to, you haven't heard this?
I did not.
So JJ did an interview that got released today, where basically he said a plan would have been good for doing Star Wars. That basically he's learned now that it's good to have a plan going in, basically admitting that they had no plan going in.
And kind of screwed things up.
And basically that it screwed everything up and kind of in a certain way. I haven't watched or read the whole thing. So, but the thing that some people kind of seem to allude to was maybe that he was kind of throwing shade at Ryan Johnson.
I didn't read it that way. But...
No, because he started talking about it. He's like, it's very important to like make clear thoroughfares of where you want your story to go and all this stuff, you know. And I don't know if that was kind of a thing of like Ryan didn't go there or I don't know.
That poking the bear.
That might be poking the bear. I'm just saying that might be poking the bear. So I gotta do a little bit more research before I get into it, because I always like to know what I'm talking about for sure before. But it definitely could change the thought process on that whole thing. Speaking of Ryan, here's another Ryan, but we like this Ryan. I like the other Ryan too, but you know, whatever. Ryan Hartwell with a $5 super chat. Yeah, I like Ryans. I got a lot of good Ryans in my life. As much as I despise Amazon, if they make quality films, TV shows, then so be it.
Amazon's been on fire lately. I mean, The Boys and Invincible is one of the best animated shows I've seen in a long time. So they make quality content.
Invincible. I really am not a fan of animation. It gives me like a headache watching it for so long. And Invincible is the first animation outside of like the DC animated stuff that like I literally fell in love with it. I was so in love with it. Yeah. I don't know if you watched Enosh, but
I've not finished
it. I keep telling you, gotta finish it.
Man, they need to live action that shit right now.
I'm gonna finish it this weekend. So I'll finish
I'm so surprised because everyone was like, "Oh, you need to watch it. You need to watch it." I was like, "Okay, yeah, I get it. Like, I need to watch this animated show. Yeah, cool, I will." And then like I was like, "All right, you know what? Let me like, I had nothing else to do." Sat down and watched the first 3 episodes, and I was just like, "Well, yep." So now I'm gonna be up all night.
You just get sucked in.
And I finished it in one night, and I was
nice.
It was righteous.
Amparo, Amparo's right there with me. Says true. I was disappointed with Lobo and
all right.
I was a little bit too. And then Azteca says Danny Trejo for Lobo. Imagine Machete as Kraven.
Dude,
that'd be cool. He's just a little too old. You know, I would have loved Henry Cavill to play Kraven the Hunter. I think he could have done a great job. Or even Jason Momoa.
What a weird casting that is.
I don't think it's that weird. Okay, who would you cast as Kraven then? Who would you cast as Kraven? Like, throw out some names. I was thinking maybe Oscar Isaac too.
Oscar Isaac would have been a good Kraven.
Yeah,
I could see Oscar.
not
I could
bad.
see Oscar Isaac.
That's
actually pretty good.
It's just that he's too busy playing Moon Knight. So
I saw a comment saying Carl Urban possibly, which I don't know.
Carl Urban could have. Joe Manganiello.
Oh, that's a good one.
Damn, man.
Yeah, Momoa looks good, but I mean Momoa,
He would have been good for it. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it that he would have been good in the role, because it's like that. You know, that's his role.
So did you guys read the list of actors they were considering? By the way.
Mm-mm.
So
no,
here's
we haven't gotten into the article yet. So I was just trying to get through. I was going to thumb through there, and we are going to see. Let's see. I'm just trying.
No, please no Brock Lesnar as Kraven.
The Beast.
What? Who said that? Who said that?
Oh, Peter Rabbit's defender, Brock Lesnar as Kraven? Question mark. I was like, no, thank you.
No, I think we're good. Not as Kraven. Why does Enosh have the charisma vacuum on screen? Who's
that?
Charisma? I don't know. Truth 31, but this is funny. What is the charisma vacuum?
Yeah, I saw that earlier, and I had no idea what that meant. I thought he was making fun of me.
Or me, or Black Ops. I don't know.
Who knows?
I have no. Who are you talking about? Truth 31.
Actually, remember the guy? No, I'm gonna have to think of it. So keep doing what you're doing.
Okay. Let's see. All right. So here is Bat Dan with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. Says in No Way Home. Is No Way Home really introducing the multiverse? Marvel cries wolf a lot with the multiverse.
It 100% is, because Kevin Feige said at the Disney Investor Day it's connected to the same story as WandaVision, Multiverse of Madness. Like, I would say Bat Dad, like, it's a 99.9% chance it is a multiverse movie.
I would say it's 100% because if you looked into what Alfred Molina said as well.
Oh yeah, I mean you have Alfred Molina, he
Jamie literally
Foxx,
dropped the ball on if they were trying to keep it a secret any longer. He said, I mean, he kind of goes into detail on how his character gets to where.
That's right, and I totally forgot about that. So yeah, that's 100%.
He says, Doctor Strange is like the circle, the sling ring thing shows up, and at the lake from Spider-Man. Yeah, so I mean, it's 100% at this point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it is. A lot of Spider-Man will be going to fight Sinister Six. Music Man says Tom Holland Spider-Man is too weak to fight Sinister Six or Venom.
Nah, I disagree with that. I disagree, but it is what it is.
Bad Dan says they'll introduce Black Cat and have her fight the Sinister Six.
Dude, I would love Black Cat in live action. That's another character
along with Spider-Woman.
You know what? Why not? I mean, it'll make certain type of people angry, but Oh, Truth was talking about Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Hey,
he has
Truth, man. You got a link, man. I'd love to have you on here, man. I always loved having you in here, man. I always love having you in here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything.
Yeah, but I would love Black Cat in live action. It's another character that's never been introduced in a Spider-Man movie before that I would love to see.
Lord Slug says Toby will not even be in the movie for more than 10 minutes.
I doubt that. I think more like 20 to 30.
I don't even think he's in it in the first place.
It's obvious it's Tom's movie.
No, it still is, but you're going to get those characters in there.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Peter Rabbit says there's going to be a big announcement for Spidey in July or August.
Probably the official announcement about Toby and Andrew, or a trailer. Who knows?
Hopefully a teaser.
We'll get you back in here, Krypton's Core. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure. Keanu Reeves is Kraven.
That was one of the names Sony was looking at.
Oh, is it?
That list. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Gerard Butler wouldn't have been bad.
There's a guy.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, for God's sake. That's almost who I see as it. Holy cow.
That's a really good one.
So
remember that show on oh man, I can't even, like I said, I can't even think of the name. Kevin Durand, not the he was in X-Men as well. Look him up.
Hugh Jackman.
He was what?
Hugh Jackman.
He was in an X-Men movie. I can't remember which one it is, but Kevin Durant actually would look I think he would look good as Kraven, and he was in that show, which I can't remember the name of it right now, which I really enjoyed like a lot. And I can't believe I can't think of it.
Oh, Liev Schreiber. He played Sabretooth.
Oh yeah,
that was an X-Men Origins or Wolverine Origins, or that one was with Ryan Reynolds as like Deadpool. I'm guessing like the first one.
Yeah, the horrible version of Deadpool.
Oh yeah, the horrible. Yeah.
So TJ here with a $5 Canadian super chat says, if y'all haven't give The Man in the High Castle a watch, it's a provocative watch, but gives a glimpse of a world that could have been on Prime Video.
Have you guys heard of that show?
I have not heard of that.
It's an alternate history show that says what would have happened if the Nazis and Japan won World War II. Like what would happen, and they took over the United States.
Really?
It tells a story, but I don't want to spoil it, but they have one of the actors.
John Cena ends up not apologizing to China.
Maybe. It's really good. But they have the actor who played Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat, the original. He's one of the main characters. It's really cool. It's really good. I don't want to spoil it, but there's like some cool twists, like about time and stuff. It's really cool. Really cool.
I just sent something to that chat for my boy.
Oh,
what's that?
I just sent some to our chat on Twitter because I want you to see it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good photo.
He does look good.
Yeah,
someone already had that as a choice, by the way.
Who is that?
Oh,
who's that?
Oh
actor?
yeah, who is
he
that?
Looks fire.
I think he was also in what's that robot movie with Hugh Jackman? Also, he was also at the beginning of that. He's at the beginning of that too.
Yeah, that's
that boy. He does look good in that.
He looks pretty spot on actually.
Yeah. Was he on the list, RJ?
I don't know who his name. I don't know who his name
is. What was the show that he was in about like vampires?
Oh, The Strain. The
Strain, dog. Oh, that was aggravating me because I love that show. I couldn't think of it. He was like the exterminator. I loved it. He was great.
Man, that show was a long time ago.
I'll post this in the chat too. They have the Boss Logic as always comes up with the edits.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's great.
It looks great. Like Aaron Taylor Johnson, like he does look pretty good. I
was gonna send that in the feed too, but I forgot about it.
The Strain was great.
It's a good photo.
Krypton's Core said it. The Strain was great. I'm super sad. They don't play that anymore.
Posted a picture here.
Oh, I don't know why it did that. That's weird. Hold on.
Yeah, that is weird. Who is this guy? Who is this guy?
So this is Boss Logic. He did an edit of Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven the Hunter.
Damn, we had less than a day to do that.
Dang, that man.
Yeah, Boss Logic is like one of the best artists. Like he actually works with the movie companies and stuff. He's really cool.
Oh, maybe you got some insider.
Great artist.
There you go. There's an idea of what he could look like.
Yeah, you know what? That's not so bad actually.
It's all right. I don't know that it's
great.
Yeah. It's like it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, he's a good actor though. I think he can do, like in terms of acting chops. He's not like a bad choice. I think he can do the acting job. I think it's just like, would you say for you guys, it's more just like the physical prowess and like the character that's the issue?
It's the look.
Yeah.
And but if he could get close to that,
he does look like Jason Momoa. Actually.
Yeah. And
yeah, go ahead.
He's just gonna have to change. Like it's almost like the Aaron Taylor Johnson we know, like from all the roles that we've seen him in to date, he's gonna have to change everything about his physique in order to play this role. Because I just don't see him as this person or as this character with the grizzly look. Like grizzly is what I in my mind the That's what I want is Grizzly.
Can we
Yes,
can we just
Jason
talk?
Momoa
Can we
also.
just talk about? Can we just talk about this guy right here? That like we just saw here, like holding his. Oh, it's not going to replay real quick. I'll leave that up there for a second while I read the super chat, and you guys can see this dude right here. Look at this dude. He's all like 2 seconds ago he was in so much pain. Hold on, where'd it go? Hold on. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. It was just dumb, but I'm going to replay it because look.
Do you have stop and go foot fatigue?
Look at this guy. Oh, the pain! Oh. Do you not know how to do basic things like washing dishes? All right. So Anthony Grisby here with a $7.99 Australian super chat. Thank you, sir. Says, hi, everyone. Did you see how Zach wanted to put Henry Superman with Nolan's Bat universe with Joseph Gordon-Levitt? Love the stream as always. That's actually our next topic, actually, that we're going to talk about. But yes, I did see that because that's our next topic. So we'll get to that actually in just a minute because I'm just gonna kind of float through this to see if there's anything good in there, and then. TJ Nodo says Boss Logic was responsible for the Black Adam art.
Yeah, those during DC fandom, he did a lot of that cool artwork. So
Wait, he did all that?
I think he did some of it. Yeah, I don't know if he did all of it, but he did some.
Yeah, he has like a team too that also helps a lot with it.
So here we go. Taylor Johnson has signed a multi-picture deal to portray the classic character. Directed by J.C. Chandor. The film is a new entry in Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters. Spunk. I still think it's so dumb. Spunk. You know, you're never going to get me to admit that that's good. Kraven is one of Marvel's most iconic and notorious anti-heroes who has encountered Venom and Black Panther, among many others, as well as being one of Spider-Man's best known and most formidable enemies. Taylor Johnson wowed Sony executives with his performance in Bullet Train. That's what you were talking about, the upcoming Brad Pitt movie. He's been in
directed by one of the John Wick directors, by the way.
Yep.
Bullet Train.
He played Quicksilver, which his version of Quicksilver was awful. I'm sorry. I like him, but I hate his Quicksilver.
He was good in Tenet, by the way. I don't know if you guys seen Tenet, but he had a small role.
Yeah,
but he was pretty good.
He was decent. In
That was
Tenet,
a good movie.
But miss me with Quicksilver. I'm
Kick
sorry.
Ass is fantastic.
Oh, it's fantastic. Yeah, I like part 2 for sure. In the comics, Kraven debuted all the way back in 1964 as the Amazing Spider-Man number 15, with a character created by Spider-Man co-creators Stan Lee and Steve Ditko. The big game hunter decided to target the most dangerous foe he could imagine, Spider-Man. During his lost tenure in the comics, Kraven is known for appearing in the classic 1980 storyline Kraven's Last Hunt, in which the villain succeeded in defeating Spider-Man, burying him alive and assuming his identity.
One of the best comics ever, by the way. I love Kraven's Last Hunt.
Something that in reality is much better than it sounds on paper.
Yeah.
Really? You know, surely.
The idea
Kraven
okay,
posing as Spider-Man.
Take the actual story of what actually happened out of it and just put the idea in your head. Ooh, Kraven like buries Spider-Man alive and takes his identity. That sounds dumb.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It sounds better. I mean, like the actual thing is better than it sounds on paper. News of the Kraven the Hunter casting comes as Sony continues to build out its budding universe. It's a budding universe. Yet we've only seen Venom so far.
We were supposed to get Morbius already before the pandemic. So
supposed to and have are two different things, my friend.
I know.
With upcoming installments, including Tom Hardy's Venom, Let There Be Carnage, due out September. Oh, my birthday, September 24th.
Maybe there'll be a good movie. It'll be a nice gift for you, Elash.
Maybe I'll be sorely disappointed. And yeah. And Jared Leto's Morbius slated for January 21st, 2022. And that movie just keeps getting pushed out further and further. I just can't believe it.
103
So I believe the director of this Kraven movie did Triple Frontier on Netflix. Had Ben Affleck in it.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I liked it.
That was decent. Yeah, that was decent.
So
there you go. Look, I'll be honest with you. Like when it comes, and I'll just be like, yeah, cool.
Yeah, it's like 2 years away. You know,
I'm not banging down anybody's door to get that. Like when it's here, it'll be here, and I'll be happy.
Yeah,
and I'll go watch it, and then we'll judge it for what it is then. But to be quite honest with you, I'm not a big fan of Kraven the Hunter, anyways. So it really doesn't. It just really kind of doesn't matter to me. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry if that.
I mean,
am I like taking a weird take on that?
It's a weird take from me because I love Spider-Man's like my guy, you know. But I like Kraven. I don't know if he's my favorite Spider-Man villain though. I will say that he's really cool. He has this whole family, right? It's this whole family is psychological stuff with his idealism towards hunting and stuff. There's really cool stuff they can do with the character. That's why Aaron Taylor Johnson as the Pixie's a very good actor. You know, Peter Rabbit's Defender brought up Nocturnal Animals. He was great in that movie.
Oh yeah,
so yeah.
That was a wild movie itself.
So he's a very capable actor. I think he's got the acting chops. If they do a character study of Kraven for this movie coming out, that could be really cool. And like I said, he has this whole family dichotomy. There's some voodoo stuff and some, there's really cool stuff they could do. He has his own mythology that they could really explore if they wanted to. So
well, you know what? He's got to be fired now because Amparo has said that she doesn't see him as Kraven at all. So it's done. It's done. It's done. I trust Amparo.
That's what good actors do, though. They transform.
I trust her implicitly. Is that a word?
Why don't you like Marvel that much? You know
what? It's not that I don't like Marvel. It's just that I don't relate with a lot of the characters in Marvel.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Marvel's whole thing is they're supposed to be everyday people you do relate to is the thing. That's what the goal of it was.
Yeah, I don't. I just never have. I mean, I liked Spider-Man growing up, and I was aware of the Incredible Hulk. It was all great and everything. But to be quite honest with you, I never really cared about Marvel characters growing up. I didn't watch the stuff in the 90s. By that time I had moved on, and I didn't watch any of the cartoons or anything like that. The animation, I didn't care. I was never a big fan of the X-Men. I liked Wolverine a little bit.
Really? Not even the X-Men cartoons that didn't hit for you at all? Because I know, wow, that's surprising.
Nope. I never watched any of that stuff. That was just not my generation. You got to remember, my generation, DC was king. DC was king from the get-go, man. The 70s.
That probably explains a lot, though, because I was a 90s baby. I grew up on those cartoons.
The 70s and the 80s, man. DC was on top, and they were, that was it. Super Friends every afternoon. Scooby-Doo even had Batman and Robin on. They didn't have Spider-Man on.
Yeah,
so everything.
To do.
That's what I'm saying. Everything was DC. So I just never got into Marvel. So it's not that I don't like Marvel. It's just that I find some Marvel stuff to be kind of pretentious sometimes to me. It just
pretentious. How? Like just as an example, I'm just curious.
I don't know. I just don't care. I feel like it takes itself too seriously. It thinks it's better than it is. It's just kind of pretentious to me.
Marvel comics are kind of boring, honestly.
Yeah, it's just
to me at least.
DC
that's what was always great.
Yeah, I never I always felt like it every time I ever picked up a Marvel comic, besides some Spider-Man comics, like I said, and that I read, I read some Spider-Man comics throughout the 90s. When I started collecting comic books, I collected Superman. My best friend collected both Wolverine and Spider-Man. And so we would go to the comic book shop every week, and I would buy my pull of, titles, Superman and related DC stuff, and he would get his stuff, and we would trade off. We'd read and we'd trade off. So that's why I got to know a lot of those stories pretty well. Like when, for example, Wolverine had the adamantium stripped right off his body by Magneto. Which you got to ask yourself the question, why didn't Magneto do that sooner? But
well, so did you read much of the Chris Claremont run of X-Men at all?
Dude,
no,
I don't know who Chris Claremont is. So
are you serious? He's one of the most legendary comic writers of all time.
Dude, okay, no, see,
they made documentaries about him.
Okay, but that's where I don't care. You're gonna get into pretentious stuff for me. That's what I'm saying. like I don't geek out on that stuff. That's fine for I'm not trying to be a jerk about it.
No, of course.
Like that's the pretentious part of comics to me is where like I feel like the people who work on Marvel stuff, it's like it insists upon itself that like everybody who works on Marvel, I mean, like who do you know that works on Marvel that like people don't go on about how that they're like some genius?
Dan Slott.
Okay,
he wants to complain about Dan Slott.
I don't know, but like that's never been my geek nerd thing though, to like geek out over certain like artists. Like there are some like Dan Jurgens, for example. Dan Jurgens, I will geek out over because that was my run of stuff. So I get it. You know what I mean? From that point of view, but to like know other things that like I didn't read, like if I didn't read it, I know who Todd McFarlane is because Todd McFarlane wrote Spider-Man, and then Todd McFarlane went on, and developed Spawn.
Yeah, Jim Lee did X-Men.
Yeah, I mean, I know who Jim Lee is. I mean, I know who Jack Kirby is. The greats like that. I mean,
I'm with you on this one, honestly, because I don't necessarily like go. I don't go to read a book for the author. I go.
No, I'm not saying I do either. I'm saying like his stories are really iconic and define the X-Men. For
I also
people.
just realized that the Three Jokers I'm reading or I read was Jeff Johns afterwards.
Yep, I know.
I was like, damn it, dude. I bought that. All right. Yeah. But see, I didn't realize it until I'd finished all three of them and I was looking at the cover and I was like, oh. Okay.
Yeah. Well, and that's sometimes where you have to like. It's hard to separate the.
And truth is correct by the way with this comment. I will say that. Like the thing with Marvel, it's like those interpersonal drama. That's what Marvel excels in those comics. Like you read the '60s comics or the '70s or the '80s, really interpersonal drama stuff ripped straight from the headlines, that kind of stuff. They really like exploring the characters deep down outside of this superhero stuff. DC is about the mythic grandeur of it all, that epic quality.
Marvel was talking about like. Hitler and stuff when it was happening. They definitely pulled from real world stuff.
Yeah. Rel, so I don't know much about Dark Avengers. I do know Secret Invasion, and I do know Civil War.
Secret Invasion and Dark Avengers are really good.
Yeah, Civil War is not as great as everyone makes it out to be.
I don't think it is either.
It's not. It's
it
really
was like
not.
It to me it seemed just like an opportunity to somehow make reveal Spider-Man to everybody, and then you're gonna undo it anyways.
Well, John Michael Straczynski had a great run on Spider-Man that I loved. He I think he wrote for Babylon 5. He was a TV writer. He did a good job with Spider-Man. I like some of his stuff. They had some cool stories.
I would never say someone's fandom doesn't matter. I totally get why somebody look, if somebody's into Marvel, I'm just telling you. Like
I like
he asked me if I know this person or that person, and that's just where like I check out because I'm just like I don't.
No, that's
know
totally valid. I mean, yeah.
I wasn't telling him he couldn't like it.
Yeah, I like
RJ. RJ, you can't like it, brother.
I like Marvel. The thing is, I don't really like. I mean, DC is definitely my favorite, but DC is my favorite. And I like Marvel not just as much, but I like both. It's like yin and yang, right? I have my dark stories with DC, and then I have my lighthearted ones with Marvel.
Well, to be fair, though, Marvel stories in the comics can get dark too, though.
Right? Yeah, but that's not where I go for it. If I'm going for that I'm going home, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to DC.
No, Bad Dan, I can't jive you on that. Civil War's like top.
Well, it was not a good adaptation.
Well, no, but when has Marvel ever straight up adapted a comic like super accurate to the page by page?
Yeah,
you don't even have to do it super accurately, but it was.
I thought you liked Civil War. I could have sworn you told me you did.
I like Captain America. I like Captain America: Winter Soldier, and I think that Civil War looks great. If I could turn the sound off and not have to listen to the convoluted story that puts it together, and people fighting but not fighting, and literally telling us and looking at the camera and telling us that they're not fighting, I think it looks great.
There's no way.
Spider-Man looks awesome when he flies in there at the last minute and does his little thing and talks about Empire Strikes Back and all that stuff. Like, but nobody's fighting.
5 people against 5, and it happened in an airport in one little spot. It was
it's not
like
as
it was a good Avengers, like Captain America style movie, but it was not Civil War. Like it wasn't. They put a title on it like that so they could draw comic book fans in.
And then the one guy who got hurt, you know, Rhodey. Rhodey. I mean, like the next movie, like within the next 2 movies,
he got
like,
metal legs.
I'm just fine. He's dancing around. He's in the club. He's like having a
Falcon
good
and
old
Winter
time.
Soldier. He looked good.
Looks good.
Well, he got the metal leg thing. Yeah.
Good. He's looking, and see, that's the thing is like, and to me, the Captain America movies are the most grown up of all the movies, and I think that they're great films, and I think that they deal with a lot of hard hitting stuff, and that's why I felt like Zemo, and I know that now, like all of a sudden everybody's like, because of Falcon and Winter Soldier, everybody's like Zemo. Like I still say, what the heck has Zemo done? Zemo.
I like Zemo back in Civil War.
Oh, yeah. I don't. I just can't get into it, man. Like his plan makes no sense. His plan, literally, you would have to have a crystal ball to make sure that all the things fell in place exactly the way that they do, to know everybody was going to be here, say these things, do these things, react this way to this thing and that thing. Like, I don't like plans like that. I don't like plans that.
No,
I
understand.
Like
his plan relied on a lot of things going perfectly off. Yeah.
I know, Caleb. Guilty as charged. Guilty as charged.
Yeah, Caleb. He's not played. He actually hates Marvel, and he hates me. So that's backstage. He yells at me and bullies me.
Yeah, I attest to that. We feel for you, RJ.
But that's the thing. Like, I love DC too. Like, I do go to them for 2 different things too. So it's like Batman for me. Like, that's my guy. You know.
Yeah, I actually had a great time watching Civil War. I saw it in IMAX and had a great day. That I remember specifically having a great day, and then I saw it on an IMAX. And
I will say this though: modern Marvel comics, like Marvel comics today, 95% of them are absolute garbage. I will say that. Like, I don't know if anyone here reads like the modern comics, but most DC comics right now is on point. Like, I love, like, I read more DC now than I do Marvel, because Marvel right now just garbage.
Bad Dan, you are so right. If Iron Man didn't show up at the exact same time as Captain America, even though Cap had a huge head start, Zemo's plan would have failed.
Yeah.
If Iron Man did not show up alone and as a friend honoring the accords he agreed to, Zemo's plan would have failed.
True, but the emotional impact of those scenes were very powerful, in my opinion. So it's like, maybe the writing wasn't as strong as it could have been, but in that regard, in terms of getting to where it got, but I liked the stuff that it did, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but see, this is where the pretentiousness of Marvel gets on my nerves, because like Marvel is given such a pass for everything that it's like, but like we can totally get past like all this stuff because it's Marvel. Like, well, no, like not when you literally rake DC across the coals. Like
I think that's more of an issue with the fan base.
But it's not just the fan base. It's like literally all the critics. It's like everybody, dude. That's what gets. It's, if it was one segment, I'd be fine with it. But it's literally society in the last 15 years has just decided, oh, well, we like Marvel now and DC absolutely sucks. So DC cannot do anything right. So if we see one little thing that we don't like in a DC film, the whole thing is trash. And we're going to grab it by the scrot, throw it up in the air, bring it back down hard like Thor's hammer, and then we're going to go burn it like we're in a steam room, and it just, oh my gosh, just rake it over the coals.
Actually, I've never actually asked Enosh this before. This is for the whole panel. Like, do you think that critics in the media have a bias against DC as a whole?
Absolutely.
I mean, for me, like, I saw it with the first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and they gave it like a huge, like, high rating. And then they have Zack Snyder's Justice League, and they gave it a 77, which I thought the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier was not really great. I'm like, I hope they kind of gets better.
Well, I'm just wondering, because do you think critics are being paid off or what? Like, why do you think there's a bias? Because like that's where it gets a little weird.
I don't think they're being paid necessarily, but I do think that Marvel has done something without maybe knowing that they've done something. They've created this when you think of a superhero film, right? you think of Iron Man. Like general audiences, and maybe not us, right? They think of Iron Man, they think of Corpse, they think of lighthearted, right? No one gets hurt, they save the day. That's what they think of when they think of a superhero movie because of Marvel's dominance in the theaters, right? And then when BVS comes out, well, the Ultimate Edition, let's pretend the theatrical doesn't exist for a minute. Even though I like that as well. When a good hard-hitting like political makes you think film like BVS Ultimate Edition comes out, they criticize it for the same reason that they praise The Dark Knight. It makes no sense, none, 0 sense. And
That's
Marvel
I mean, because like lately, I would say like I mean, I'm not well. I don't know. I have to be careful how I word this because I don't mean to say what I'm trying to say. I guess if that makes sense. But like, it seems lately they've been really positive towards DC in the press and media in some regards. It's not when it comes to Zack Snyder. If that makes sense. Like Shazam got great reviews. I really liked it. Wonder Woman 84 got meh.
What
reviews,
all those movies have in
middling.
common though?
Birds of Prey got critically acclaimed as well. I mean, that's divisive.
But what
I know
do all
fan
those
base
movies
too.
have in? What do all those movies have in common?
Tone.
And what kind of tone is that?
Marvel.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, Shazam kind of really felt like that.
But
especially-
I thought Shazam was actually and Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
If you think about it,
I like
actually
Shazam.
didn't mind those
That was
movies.
really good.
They had elements of darkness to them that I kind of appreciated.
But they lightened it up and then they fluffed it out and kind of patted your back through it, and they weren't. It's not.
So do you
that's-
think
those
Marvel
aren't-
gets a pass because they were the first ones out the gate with that cinematic universe idea? Like, is that where it comes from?
Yeah, it's coming from what they've built. It's coming from. I mean, like when if it wasn't for the MCU,
I'm just curious. 'cause a lot of
DC did
people-
it first. DC did it first.
what do you mean?
Batman and Robin.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like for the
Robin,
campy tone,
yeah, well, yeah. Well, Robin says, I want a car. Chicks dig the car, and George Clooney looks at him and says, "This is why Superman works alone."
Yeah,
Superman existed in that world. That was
It
an
did
Easter
exist.
egg. That was an Easter egg for Superman to
You
exist.
never saw them on screen together though in those movies though.
Well, because George Clooney, his Batman killed the franchise. Remember we?
Yeah, I
talked
know.
about that.
Yes.
And so,
Batman.
They literally tried to. They were going to make a 5th one with Clooney. Called
Batman Triumphant.
Yep,
Mhm.
Batman
He's
Triumphant.
gonna have Nicolas Cage as Scarecrow.
Well, no, it wasn't.
Who was it gonna be?
Nicolas Cage.
It was gonna be Scarecrow and Madonna as Harley Quinn.
They were looking at. They were actually looking at for a while Howard Stern. Howard Stern is Scarecrow.
Oh, really? I thought it was Nicolas Cage. My bad.
No, Nicholas.
I know they wanted Madonna for Harley.
There was some talk about that. Yeah.
Do you know what the story was going to be? Like it was like a
yeah.
Scarecrow,
No, it's out there. Hold on a second.
definitely have to Google that out.
If you just look up Batman Triumphant.
'Cause I actually had no idea about that.
Batman is the script out there? Please tell me the script is out there. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? The entire script is here, folks.
Are you serious?
Yes, and look at it starts in Metropolis.
Wow.
I kid you not, man. Yes, the entire 131 pages of script is here. Check that out. Yeah. Yeah. Batman Triumphant. It is actually there. It starts with a fade in to Metropolis evening. Drums and circus music are heard in the distance. Wow. That's amazing. I didn't realize the script was actually on. Here, I'll show it to
Is
you.
it 100% legitimate?
Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa, dude.
The
So
chat's
loud.
saying that Jeff Goldblum was attached for Scarecrow.
I don't know that I ever heard that.
Chad also said
Tim Drake?
Jarbo won the fucking debate.
Who said that?
The chat. So
No, the chat as a whole didn't. 2 people in the chat.
It was
Two
a
people
joke.
in the chat defended Matt Jarbo. Literally everybody else was groaning. Yeah, everybody. No, yes.
That was.
Wait, hold on. Tim
Howard.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
yeah.
I just saw Tim Drake.
Yep. Howard Stern was definitely in the running at one point to be Scarecrow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because they brought in other characters stuff. Because let me see if I can just find
Zero had to make this movie.
Let me see if I can just find the synopsis real quick here.
Well, I agree. No way in the world could I imagine Stern playing the Scarecrow in a serious movie. No, I can't either.
Yeah, I don't know about Howard Stern.
Has he ever acted before?
Yeah. I mean, he did his own movie. He was in Private Parts. He acted and all. He played himself.
Oh.
Yep. And actually, people were, that was wise because that movie came out around the same time. And yeah, here we go. So then a geek here. Batman Triumphant, examining the sequel that never happened. Joel Schumacher was attached to make Batman Triumphant after Batman and Robin. What went wrong? What the movie might have been like. Let's see. Let me just get to the good parts here. Here's everything that we know about the movie, from its villains to the reasons that it ultimately didn't get made. Who would have come back? According to a 1997 interview archived on Variety's website, published after the release of Batman and Robin, Joel Schumacher had intended to return to Batman after squeezing in 3 other films. I feel I'm doing this for my sanity, he said while discussing a slate of projects that included the gritty 8mm, his own relationship script Flawless, and Ben Elton adaptation of Popcorn. Of those, only Popcorn ultimately went unproduced. I never planned to be the summer blockbuster guy, Schumacher explained of this indie-flavored sabbatical. I began small.
It's just him talking about.
Yeah, what is all this? Okay. Grant Gustin all of a sudden out of nowhere. I'd like to do one more Batman, but I think we need to wait. I felt I disappointed a lot of older fans by being too conscious of the family aspect. I'd gotten
not the family aspect though, making toys.
Yeah, well, he tried. Yeah, he says, I gotten tens of thousands of letters from parents asking for a film their children could go to. Now I owe the hardcore fans the Batman movie they would love me to give them.
Hey man,
let's see. Interesting.
It takes a lot to admit that though.
Yeah, no, it does. That would have been like a weird thing though, but like to go from like so cheesy to hardcore, like that's weird. On the actor side of things, George Clooney, Chris O'Donnell, and Michael Goff would all return for Batman Triumphant, but Alicia Silverstone's inclusion was less certain. Her Batgirl character didn't appear in Protasevich's
Just call him Proto Man.
Proto Man script draft. All right, so here's what we got. Let's see. I remember going to the Face Off and asking Nick Cage to play the Scarecrow.
I told you, Nick Cage.
That's that's first I heard of that, but he wasn't the only one. I can tell you that because there were several people. There were several people. That's interesting. I never heard that before. After this meeting between Schumacher and Cage, which must have taken place in 1997 at the latest, he was called Batman. They was called Batman Unchained. 150-page script outline was hashed out. They intended to be played by Nick Cage. That's interesting. That's the first I've ever heard of Nick Cage. And I'll prove it in just a second. I remember this.
They said it would have been very dark, by the way.
Yeah, described as Harley as sadistic in a mischievous, fun sense. Potential castings.
Wait. Harley would be a toy maker, and the Joker's her dad.
Who finds out the Joker is her father? Dude, again, this is messing with stuff.
Twist.
Dude, it's so weird, dude. Messing with stuff that like doesn't need to be messed with. That this is what Warner Brothers gives you, guys. This is what Warner Brothers does. They literally take stuff instead of just like giving you straight up adaptations like Zack Snyder tries to do and actually give you like moments from the comic. No, Warner Brothers gives you a bunch of BS like Harley Quinn finding out that the Joker is her dad and she's a toy maker.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
And this is like during the peak '90s when she first got introduced and was super popular.
Yeah, so this would have been at like the height of her just being introduced, and like everybody would have known, hey, she's the Joker's main squeeze, right? Like potential castings: Madonna and Courtney Love. Thus, Harley would develop a vengeful desire to bring down Batman, which would have contrasted with Scarecrow's evil motivation. Scarecrow's apparently would have had a personal vendetta against Bruce Wayne, not Batman. Eventually, upon working out their targets are actually one and the same, Harley and Scarecrow would have teamed up in the third act. Of course, because that's what they do. Scarecrow would develop a fear toxin.
Hey.
Hey, with his plan being to use it on Bruce, Batman turn him insane and get him locked up in Arkham Asylum. Batman's time under the influence of the toxin was intended to culminate in a show-stopping cameo-filled hallucination sequence.
I did hear about this. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Warner Brothers wanted to bring back Danny DeVito's Penguin, Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman, Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face, and Jim Carrey's Riddler for this Batman freak-out scene, leading to a final confrontation with who else? Jack Nicholson's Joker. That's right. They wanted to bring him back. I remember this now. Whether you like Schumacher's Bat films or not, it's hard not to think that this villain stuff sequence would have been headline.
That would have been really cool.
It would have been cool.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It would have been cool. As well as the villains, the other few tidbits from the story of Batman Unchained, Batman Triumphant, were revealed in that aforementioned Hollywood Reporter interview. For one, we would have seen a rift forming between Batman and Robin in the film, like we didn't see that already.
In Batman and Robin, yeah.
And in Batman Forever.
So, Enosh, I heard a rumor that in Batman Triumphant, he was going to become Nightwing. Was that true at all?
Oh, man, I can't remember, dude. It's been so long. I'm the more I'm reading this, I'm trying to remember now if the Howard Stern thing was an actual thing or whether it was like one of those things kind of just thrown out there. The sins of Batman's past would have been important to the plot too. Oh, hold on. There's a similar image in Batman Begins where he discovers that what will be the Batcave and it's filled with bats are flying around him. Not that scene inspired. Okay. So Batman's sins of the past would have been important to the plot too, and some of his hallucinations would apparently have featured a trial format.
That's right from the cartoons.
Yep, it's easy to assume that there might have been some guilt on his conscience about the deaths of Joker, Penguin, and Two-Face from the previous movies. Batman, why would he feel guilty about that? He didn't kill him or anything. Batman may have not murdered them in cold blood per se, but they all died as a result of fighting him. Joel wanted to tie up all the films, the Tim Burton films and his films building up to this moment, bring back all the old villains in the third act. There's a chance if this tying together went well, the Schumacher could have redeemed himself in the eyes of the Batman fan base, but of course we'll never know for sure. Ultimate Batman and Robin is what caused Batman Unchained Triumph to get binned. Following the release of Schumacher's second Bat movie and the subsequent backlash, Warner Brothers executive Tom Lazley ended up with Proto Man's first draft for the next movie.
Apparently he called them and they said this is going to be the most expensive movie ever, and they never called it back.
Yep. So
you know what? In an alternate universe, I kind of would have loved to have seen this movie get made and Superman Lives just to see what kind of disasters they would have been.
And I'm sure, you know what? Like I'm sure that there's I'm sure that there's somewhere that there is. But I gotta look this up though. I gotta do this for my own sanity. Hold on a second here.
I don't know. Just hearing like Harley Quinn and like
being the daughter of Joker.
That's what turned me off completely. That does not work for me.
Yeah, that none of those like that shouldn't even ever be a sentence.
Yeah, that's just
Harley finds
weird.
out Joker is her father. Words should never assemble that way.
Yeah, where did they even get that from? Like, what?
Oh, here's an idea. Yeah, the lovers in the comic. All right. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. So just so you know, I'm not crazy. Hold on a second. Here it is. The story behind Howard playing the Scarecrow in Batman 5. If you listen, here it is. Late February 1997, Jeffrey Wells at the LA Times breaks news just weeks before the initial release of Private Parts. Sources say that Stern was on the short list for the role of Scarecrow in the 5th installment of the Batman franchise. The offer, however, is contingent on the crossover success achieved from his upcoming film. Wells contacts Howard's agent, Don Buchwald, to address the rumors. That list is so short, I haven't even heard of it. Buchwald goes on to say that nobody has made his client any real offer. No one involved in the movie returned a request for comment. On March 2nd, Rush and Mullally of the New York Daily News quote the story in their article Stern in Batman. Howard read the article the next day on his show. Let me tell you something, Howard said. I'm a huge fan of Batman. Before I would take any part in a Batman movie, this is how it would have to go down. I can guarantee you that the next Batman movie, Batman and Robin, will not be good. It's
smart man.
It's starting to look like the Batman TV show. Everyone is looking goofy. He then went on to repeat the Bushwalk quote of having no contract for the role.
That's hilarious. That is hilarious that he called it. Great. He called it out.
The next day, New York Post gossip columnist Liz Smith expands on the rumors in her own article in a stern review. Liz quotes an unnamed source who insinuates that Howard's camp planted the story to drum up publicity a week before his movie premiere. Joel Schumacher also gives a quote in the article and chuckles at the idea of Howard having a part in the movie. Howard Stern is a great self-promoter. I think he'd be very funny and wish him all the luck in the world. Don't wish me any darn luck. I don't need any luck. Howard responded on air. I keep reading in the paper that there's a short list. They want someone to play the Scarecrow, and I'm at the top of the list. I got on the air immediately and said that I've never been contacted by them. My agent goes in the newspaper and says, we have never heard from these people about me being in a Batman movie, Scarecrow movie. You think I even want to be in some suck butt Batman? See, I remembered something about this. There's nothing dark or edgy about it. The one good thing they got in there is Arnold, and they painted him up to look like a silver Halloween costume. I didn't plant any GD story about myself. Joel is ruining the GD franchise. The first guy, Tim Burton, made a great Batman movie. Since then, they're going down, down, and down. Scarecrow was a character that was really mentally disturbed, who tortured people. They're not going to show that. They're going to have me hopping around on a GD Wizard of Oz costume.
Probably.
Yeah.
In a Wizard of Oz costume. You know what it shows? It shows that Howard Stern actually understands the character.
Yeah, he's very smart.
Yeah, that's good.
He was speaking truths before anyone.
Heck yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Joel Schumacher gave a final quote, hoping to put the rumors to rest. All of us in the Batman family wish those in the Howard Stern family great success with their film careers, but we do not plan to collaborate at this point. The fifth Batman movie was never produced. Batman and Robin was critically panned and fell short of box office expectations. Warner Brothers quickly soured on the idea of a fifth Batman movie and canceled any future plans for the series. Joel Schumacher talked about the movie decades later. I was supposed to do a fifth one. I had begged the studio for the Frank Miller comic, The Dark Knight Returns, but they wanted a family-friendly toyetic thing. As for that now infamous Scarecrow role, I remember going to the set of Face Off and asking Nick Cage to play the Scarecrow. So my recollection comes from the old point of view that like I saw these other things that were like saying that, you know, that he was in talks.
You were seeing the short list.
Yeah, I was seeing that
crazy.
stuff. So I apologize. Yeah. So I apologize, RJ. You were absolutely correct. In the fact that I mean, like,
I didn't know about the Howard
saw.
Stern thing though. I never heard of that. I only ever heard about Nick Cage.
Yeah, I saw what I saw, but yeah, it turns out that was.
Could you imagine though if they would have made The Dark Knight Returns in the '90s with that current Warner Brothers regime? What's that story? What like how bad it probably would have been?
Oh man.
Let's see. I want to make sure that I hope I didn't. I don't think I missed one here. Okay. Hopefully I didn't miss while I was reading all that. But TJ here had a $5 Canadian super chat. Says WandaVision won the best fight scene in MTV Movie Awards over Zack Snyder's Justice League. MTV is owned by Disney, so tell me there's no bias against DC.
Well, MTV is owned by Paramount, I believe, not Disney. Just FYI, but yeah, I believe so.
Viacom. I think
it's Viacom.
Yeah, Viacom,
CBS.
I don't know how it won that. I don't know.
So sit back with your popcorn, your cold drink, and let's get back to doing what we do best. Arguing about the Snyder Cut.
I mean, people love DC though. Like people truly love DC. Like I think there's larger amounts of DC fans out there than people realize. I mean, I know Marvel's the big thing in pop culture, you know, osmosis, but
yeah, that's the thing, man. Is that there's so much. Because we got his Man in the High Castle comment. I just want to make sure we got. hold on. We didn't. Yeah, okay, we got that one. I just want to make sure that we got everybody's here real quick before I get to this one. Okay, yep. I got. Okay, so we got everybody. So this one, TJ with the $5 Canadian super chat. Thank you again, sir. Says my last comment before I go to bed. I love the emojis. Says we'll still be watching. Hashtag Black Adam. Hashtag Suck It Warner Brothers. Hashtag Get That Bonus. Ray Fisher bonus. Heck yeah. Awesome. Yeah. No, we're finishing up this. I did want to. Yeah. So that was all that. I don't know how we got off on Batman Triumphant there for a second, but
that was fun though. That's what I'm saying.
That was fun. You always learn something new. You always learn something new. So Aaron Taylor Johnson is going to be Kraven, and that's that's an interesting thing. Now, speaking of Scarecrow, actually, this kind of ties in. So I'm going to tie the story. I know that Tyler's got to go, so I want to tie this.
I have the last topic of the night. I do have something I'd like to say about it all. So
okay. So there's two interesting things. So there's the fact that Christopher Nolan discussed that it was possible that his Man of Steel movie could have tied in with The Dark Knight. There's also and there's also this here too. And this is really this isn't really a story. This is just something I came across at the same time that came out this week too. Cillian Murphy had a Batman screen test.
He did, yeah. I
saw that.
He ended up playing Scarecrow.
Yeah,
So
Nolan.
see it all work.
Yeah, Nolan liked his screen test, I believe, but they ultimately went bail, but they still found a role for him in the movie. So
they really liked his audition, so they just
wait a minute. Do you see who? Look, read that in 2003 part. They
In 2003, Murphy was a finalist to play Bruce Wayne, Batman, and Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins. He even screen tested opposite Amy Adams, who as a favor to the casting director served as the audition reader, despite putting on the bat suit for his screen test. I'd want to see that. Murphy rejects the notion that he was in the running for the role. I don't believe I was close to landing that role. Murphy shared the only what happened? Okay. The only actor who was right for that part at the time, in my estimation, was Christian Bale, and he absolutely smashed it. So for me, it was just an experience, and then it turned into something else. It turned into that character, Scarecrow, and it turned into a working relationship with Chris. So I think back very, very fondly at that time, but I never, ever considered myself Bruce Wayne material. But they put him in the suit and had him do a screen test.
Pictures. Yeah.
I would love to see. I would love to see.
What other actors were they considering at that time? Do you guys remember?
I don't remember anybody else that they were considering, but because that's the first that I heard of Cillian. But I've seen some pictures actually. This week looking up pictures for him. I was actually really surprised to see there's some pictures that he actually looked like he might have been kind of good. Like he kind of had he's got a weird look to him, anyways. But
yeah,
there's some stuff that he kind of looks like he's okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad it ended up what we got though, because he was great as Scarecrow.
He was.
He was really good.
Hold on a second. Cinefinity says, Enos, check your DM for the Murphy screen test. What?
Wait, that exists?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was gonna bring it up. There's literally photos. I was gonna say that. Yeah, there's photos and all that.
Breaking news on the Poindexter Lounge.
Hold on a second.
I thought you guys saw this before. I mean,
no, I've never seen this.
Yeah, I'm looking at one of them right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, let's take a look at this real quick, and then we'll finish this up. But yeah, this is wow. Okay, this is interesting. So screen test. Look at that.
But this is not in suit. This is like Bruce Wayne part.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely not.
His face looks a little too boyish, I think, is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
there it is.
That's him in the suit.
Could be in suit. Yeah, he could be in suit.
Yeah, that's the photos I was
wow.
bring up.
That's him.
That's the Batman Forever.
He's got he's got kind of a Batman chin. I will say that. So why did they use the Batman Forever suit though?
Okay, I don't think
less.
Oh wait,
I was gonna say that's not killing.
That's Army Hammer.
No, it's Elon Bailey. They put the actor's name.
Oh yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh boy!
Wow.
Wow.
So can we go back to Cillian in the suit real quick, if we can?
Yeah.
So that's him right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to. He's almost got a Val Kilmer thing going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of does. Yeah. Is there any audio at all? I don't think there is, but I wish I could hear his Batman voice to see what he did with that.
I mean, it's super low here. Hold on.
Wow. I love stuff like this, though. I wish they would like.
Yeah, you're talking over him. Hold on a second. Actually, it's very similar to Val Kilmer.
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything though.
Oh, you guys couldn't hear it?
Yeah,
no, I couldn't hear anything.
I think there's hold on, I'm looking at another video of this where like the thumbnail's like Christian Bale and like right next to him is the Cillian Murphy, and I'm gonna see real quick. I'm gonna mute myself and see if there's like actual like.
Tell me if you can hear it. Tell me if you can hear this now.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I can hear it.
Huge notice of it. Who was with Falcone at the docks? Falcone at the docks. He wasn't right. Who was with Falcone at the docks? Who was with Falcone at the docks? Who was with Falcone at the docks? He wasn't right.
Yeah, it sounds a lot like Val Kilmer actually.
That's fascinating.
And I like that he didn't change into the who was with Falcone. You know,
yeah.
He didn't like gravel it out.
I just love how they used the Batman Forever suit for the screen test. That's amazing. That they actually brought that out of the vault to use it for that.
Yeah. But yeah, so back to the main topic of that. I just thought it was interesting that Cillian Murphy, had that and that like he was one of the guys. But what would you guys think of this, man? What if, right? What if Man of Steel had taken place in the Dark Knight movie universe?
No.
It makes sense at the time because you remember when Man of Steel was being made, they were really marketing, oh, this is from Christopher Nolan producing, like, oh, The Dark Knight. Because I was like right after Dark Knight Rises. So I wouldn't have been surprised if they did try to attempt that at one point.
No. It doesn't like the appeal of, and that's why like when they started talking about bringing Bale into like Flash the movie, I know like that's nothing, but when they like said it's something that could potentially maybe one day, it takes away from the trilogy. It was set in a universe where there was no other superheroes. Like it was very grounded, and to put Superman into that universe afterwards, it would take away from
it would have been weird. I'd like the trilogy standing alone as it is.
It was,
and ultimately I do think that's why they didn't do it, but I think it would have totally
you can kind of feel Nolan's influence on Man of Steel in a way though.
Okay, so what after
there's a brighter version of it, by the way. Sin Affinity just sent, you guys seeing that? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Wow, that's really bright.
He looks a lot like Val Kilmer. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Not just because of the suit, but I mean, like his facial structures, like his chin and cheekbones.
Oh yeah.
And the suit, like the older suit, It's so interesting.
No, it is interesting. Yeah, I'm glad that it didn't get set in that world because, like you said, like you hit it, man. Like that's what made it special, right? Is that it
was standalone.
It was standalone. You didn't have all this extra stuff going on.
You didn't have to worry about extra characters and stuff. It had a very real world look to it, you know, because I'll be honest with you, man. Like even watching Man of Steel sometimes, like going from Man of Steel to like say Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? I'm grateful and I'm thankful for the way that it opened up everything. But like Superman in that is like the most magical thing, right? But then by the time you get to you know Justice League, there's like all kinds of craziness going on. You know what I mean? And it's like literally the world went from we don't even know there's aliens to there's aliens, gods, magic. You know,
Man of Steel felt magical and special.
No, and Bale's Batman could not exist in that world. It like here's a hot take, and I've said this many times, and that's why I wanted to stay for this because I'm not trying to aggravate anyone. I do love The Dark Knight. I love it. It's great. It like Bale was my Batman for a long time. That's my dude right there. But it's not special in the sense that if you take Batman out of that, if you make that a general spy thriller or like like a John Wick style character or like a James Bond type character, the movie's no different, right? It's still a good movie from the core and it's still a good story, but it's not like that. Batman is not it's essentially like, is it Batman? Yeah.
Are you talking more about The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises or like the whole trilogy? Because I'd argue that Batman Begins.
Batman Begins is actually, I think, a better movie than like I think Batman Begins more of the Batman, like, you know, but then Dark Knight and then Dark Knight Rises, you know, it really what makes Dark Knight great is the Joker, right? Heath's Joker. Dark Knight Rises, then we see what it is without the Joker, right? And you know, you can't lie about it.
I'd argue that Nolan's heart wasn't really in it for Rises. Like I still like Rises, but it's like his heart wasn't in it the same way.
And I think it was truly because I wouldn't have dare said this if I didn't get introduced to Ben's Batman. Once we saw what Batman could be, you know, in live action, I think it was easier to pick apart the Bale Batman. So, you know, if this happens, this theoretical right here, first off, we never get Ben's Batman, and that's a travesty in itself. And then, you know, this just, I don't want that. I like Ben's Batman is my favorite. It's the most accurate.
I agree, and I definitely agree with that. And you know, looking at this, you know, it's Zack Snyder's Man of Steel is credited as the start of the DC Extended Universe. Warner Brothers, DC Films' polarizing attempt. I hate this, a polarizing attempt to create a cinematic universe of interconnected superhero movies, a la Marvel Studios.
I mean, it's technically not wrong because it was polarizing with critics, but it is annoying.
So tell me this. Like, there have been a lot of other things that combine stuff from a lot of different things. So, you know, so what are we saying? Anybody who does anything that crosses over anything is now just following Marvel
Studios.
Marvel, that's stupid. Marvel did a great job in crossing things over, but they're not the first people to cross over anything. I mean, you know, like I get it. They did a great job of their cinematic universe, but there's been plenty of movies that actually cross over that are sequels that are to other movies that you'd never even realize. I mean, do a search on YouTube for movies that you didn't know were sequels to other movies, and you'll find like cross universe stuff that you didn't even know was happening. So, you know, I don't know. I mean, look, that's not to take away from Marvel, the universe that they built. Okay. I get that, but it just ticks me off because it's like one day it's, well, they shouldn't try to do what Marvel did. And then the next day it's, well, they should try to do what Marvel did. Like DC is never going to win that argument because the people talk out of both sides of their mouth. You know, it says, but what if the DCU started with Christopher Nolan's Dark Knight trilogy? That wasn't off the table when Nolan hired Snyder to develop his own superhero movie. It was not 100% off the table. Snyder recently told MTV about the early discussions of setting Man of Steel in the same universe as Dark Knight. We did talk about it a little bit. The whole thing is that I think it's difficult. Why so difficult? The ending of Nolan's Dark Knight Rises is one of the reasons, according to Snyder. It would have been interesting because just doing the math, if we had done that, the Batman in this movie would have been Joseph Gordon-Levitt, the director said, which could have been cool, but Nolan, and I don't blame him, his thing doesn't get which could have been cool, but Nolan, and I don't blame him, his thing doesn't get muddled by these other things touching it. It's a tight box, and I'm glad I didn't F with it because it's a pretty nice trilogy. Snyder said Dark Knight Rises handing the Batman role over to Christian Bale to Joseph Gordon-Levitt is maybe why we didn't want to shoehorn Man of Steel into the same universe. The handoff brought closure to Nolan's Batman story with Bale's Bruce Wayne living a life outside of Batman overseas alongside Anne Hathaway's Selina Kyle, Catwoman. To expand Nolan's trilogy into a universe would mean that world would always be populated with Bale still living Bruce Wayne, no doubt prompting endless fan speculation and fan demand that he could return, which he rightfully should. It's one of the biggest problems I have with the end of that movie. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Batman does not live happily.
Batman doesn't just retire and go off somewhere and have coffee. Shut up with that. That's that. But the Dark Knight Rises is my least favorite of the trilogy, and I just have issues with it in general.
Yeah.
Better.
I mean, I don't know how else you would end the story, though. To be fair,
how else do you end the story?
Yeah, like the only other way it ends.
Him being there when he introduces,
he saves the city
and everything.
Yeah, he saves the city, and then he brings Joseph Gordon-Levitt back and introduces him to the cave, and they fight crime together.
Yeah, and it ends in a similar way, right? We don't know what happens after that point, but he's just like he brings him in instead of the note, and the last we see is just them like, in the cave together, right? And then
I guess so. Yeah, I guess
that
so.
would have been much better.
Yeah.
And then I mean, I don't know, something like I learned this or whatever, from you inspired me to be better, and I inspire, and and then he's like, well, Batman inspires us to be better, I don't know, you could go a million different ways with it, but
I was on board with them doing a Gordon-Levitt.
Me too.
Nightwing. Me too. I was on board with it at the time, and then obviously Zach, announced Man of Steel. So we went in a different direction, but I wouldn't have minded. I wouldn't have minded if it was a separate thing, completely separate.
Absolutely. And then he also talks about this is better to just reset with a new Batman, which is why Snyder did by casting Ben Affleck. According to Snyder, Affleck was hesitant to accept the role of Batman for quite a while. The director had a backup plan in place with actor Matthias Schoenaerts.
Who is that?
Yeah, that's a great question.
I saw that quote earlier. I have no idea who that is.
Have you seen him?
How do you go from Ben Affleck to this shoe alerts?
Right here, I'll pull it up here real quick so you can see what the guy looks like.
Is he a known actor? I'm just like not knowing his name.
Apparently he's a foreign actor from Belgium.
Yeah, he doesn't really have
he was gonna be Batman. Wow.
The guy literally could have been Batman. I don't know. So see, I'm trying to think of the best. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna bring up the whole Google page so you can see, because he's got like a lot of different looks to him. Yeah. So it wouldn't be fair for me to just pull up one, I feel. So here's the guy.
Oh, okay, yeah, I do know who that is.
Yeah,
he doesn't look like Bruce Wayne.
No.
What's he doing with Margot Robbie though? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. He's also here with Dakota Johnson, Amber Heard. He's over here. Dang, he's like with all. He's with all of the DC women.
This guy, he's a good actor. He's not Bruce Wayne Batman though.
Well, I would trust Zach though. Zach saw.
I would trust Zach as well. You're right. So bet you got that.
Ooh, RJ with the hard. I trust Zach.
I'm just saying, if Zach saw something in him, then I think that he knows what the character was going to be. So
he would definitely have to dye his hair.
Man, yeah, there would.
He couldn't go in blonde, right? We're not going to.
Oh, that's where I know him from. He was in Red Sparrow.
I just find it fascinating. He's looking at like a Belgium actor, like not like a big name like an Affleck. Like that was his backup. This guy.
He was also in that movie, the one with the Charlize Theron, right? On Netflix. The one
the Old Guard.
Yeah, the Old Guard. He was actually good in it, but
yeah,
I believe, right? That's the one he was in.
Yeah, I'm looking at his movie list, and
so
it pops up.
I wonder if anybody's got any mock-ups, like see like what that guy would look like.
That would be interesting.
Where's Boss Logic? Let's go. Come on.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You got Aaron Taylor Johnson in one day. Give me this guy as Batman real quick.
Yeah,
Ben's Batman. He doesn't have the bulk that Ben does either.
No.
So would it
Bale had Bale had a thinner
physique, yeah.
He bulked up like crazy though for Batman Begins.
I mean, he's also 6'2". I mean, isn't Affleck like 6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah, I think
something like that. Yeah.
So I mean, they got the hype. I don't know.
Look,
Maybe,
there he is with Marion Cotillard to play Talia al Ghul right there.
Oh yeah. Huh. Yeah, this to me is like who's the guy that they always talk about these roles, and I'm just like, oh God, no. Where it's like, hey baby girl, those memes, hey girl, Ryan Gosling. Every time I hear about Ryan Gosling as Batman, it makes me sick. I want to throw up. I like physically want to throw up.
He's a good actor, though. He's a good actor.
I'm not saying he's not a bad or not a good actor. I'm just saying every time Ryan Gosling, Ryan Gosling's name has been tossed around for Batman a few times, and like it's on like top 10 lists and stuff. Like people we'd love to see play Batman, and every time I see Ryan Gosling on one of those lists, I go, do not make me sick.
I couldn't take a list. Any list that includes Ryan Gosling as Batman, I couldn't take it seriously.
Nope,
I'd be done. My respect.
He'd be better suited for like any other character. Like he'd be probably better as like a Green Arrow.
That's like
Oliver Queen.
Yeah. That's like casting Idris Elba as every character that's a person of color, right? It's just you can't. It's not
I wouldn't. I mean, we have Wayne T. Carr, but I was saying like back in the day, like 5-10 years ago, I wouldn't mind Idris Elba, Jon Stewart though.
No, you're right. Yeah, you're right. But they cast him for everything now. Like James Bond, they want. It's anything. It's the same. It's the same concept. It's like no, there's other.
Yeah, Ryan Rivera brings up a good point. Ryan Gosling is the question. That could be actually pretty good.
Yeah, you know who else I think Ryan Gosling with like the lighter blonde hair and stuff. I think he could actually look very much like John Constantine.
Ooh, that's a good choice too.
Batman? No.
Get
me a barf bag.
He just doesn't fit the vibe.
He's a little too old for Barry, I think.
That's actually a good question from Infinity and Beyond. Yeah. You guys remember that they were looking at Nicholas Hoult for Batman before they cast Robert Pattinson, right? What would you guys have thought of that?
Who?
Nicholas Hoult, the guy who did
Beast in the X-Men.
Beast, yeah.
Oh, it was between him and Pattinson.
Yeah, it doesn't hit.
It was like right down to the wire between those two.
But Pattinson doesn't hit either. So I mean,
that's true. Yeah,
Pattinson hits for me. I
think I think he's gonna do well. I just don't think like that. You don't associate the name with the character. Like it's hard to like.
Well, who would have associated Michael Keaton with Batman back in '89? People were making fun.
I wouldn't,
Mr. Mom.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah. I don't know. Right. We just have to see what comes out with this movie. Hopefully you get another trailer with a little bit more, maybe hear him as Batman a little bit more and see a little bit more before the movie comes out. But I don't know. I'm not really going to give it too many critical thoughts of like how if he's fits the role or not. Because I mean, just
the emo look really upset me. A little bit.
I forgot about that neon sci-fi that actually was hinted at in the movies, where Alfred kept telling Bruce he wanted to see him live one day where he just had a happy life in the Bale trilogy.
Yeah, and that was another thing that people question, like, did that actually happen? Did he actually see him there?
You know what else I hated how much of a I know Enoch doesn't like swearing. A bitch.
Whatever you got to say. Like
how much of a bitch Alfred was in the Bale movies.
Oh yeah, I did.
Dude, he was such a. Oh my God.
There were a couple of moments where he was okay, but
he loved Bruce. He cared
but a couple times
he entrusted him to protect him.
Yeah, and I love Michael Caine.
Yeah, Michael Caine's a great actor.
But he was always like bringing the mood down in a Batman movie, and I was like, "What are you doing?"
The only one he kind of got like more emotional, maybe like whiny or annoying was Dark Knight Rises.
Like,
that's
yeah, but like
just
just tell him you don't want him to be Batman, and and then don't give him the freaking letter, and it's like whatever.
He left. He left him alone. He moved out in one of them.
Yeah, I think it was the last one you moved. I think that one you moved out.
He's like, I'm done. I'm out of here, Master Bruce. I can't take you anymore.
I'm done.
You
I
made
give up
me,
on you.
I'm
you
retiring,
made me cry.
Master Bruce. I'm out this bitch.
Master Bruce, you've made me cry for the last time. I cannot cry anymore for you, Master Bruce.
Listen, Michael Caine's a great actor. I just there was some moments when his Alfred just like I was just like scratching my head like, oh really? Okay.
Master Bruce, seeing you here trying to make a fire just ticks me off in so many ways because you can do nothing for yourself.
You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Oh man, yeah, no, Michael Caine. I love Michael Caine, but man, there's some moments in there where you're just like, dude,
what are you
like,
doing?
why are you so mad at him, man? Like
all the
like,
time.
Like,
it's like, no, you're supposed to be a partnership. You're in this shit together, like
right, man,
together.
Like,
You know,
Master Bruce, I have a dream where one day I see you in a cafe
sitting across from Anne Hathaway,
and you nod at me and I nod at you, and then I look at you and then you look at me, and then I nod and you nod, and
then I walk away.
then I take a sip of my coffee and you take a sip of your coffee.
It's because he loves Bruce. He was entrusted to protect him since he was a boy.
I
Jeremy
love you so
Irons
much.
loves Bruce too.
I'm right, but he's still like, don't wave the
Jeremy Irons' Alfred is a jerk. He's like, he doesn't take none of Bruce's crap. It's like, he's making fun of him and keep like he hates working with him.
That's Bruce works. That's what we need to have.
Jeremy Irons was way more whiny. If you want to complain about that, I always complain like, oh, it's like, oh,
no. He was fatherly. He wasn't like
mute that right there.
Yeah, he was...
I just muted him. Get out of here with this. Like he's whiny. What'd you say? What'd you call him? Whiny?
He's fatherly in a
no, not fatherly. He's like, he acts like an old grandpa. Like,
especially with the relationship aspect.
No, but I love that though. It's tough love. It's a tough love version of Alfred. I like that. I'm just saying. If we're gonna complain about Michael Caine,
yeah, exactly what Ryan says in the chat.
Jeremy Irons got the fist out. You know,
right? Jeremy Irons is like, Master Bruce, get over here. I'm gonna beat some sense into you. Yeah. like, you know what? But no. Well, I have to clarify. His Alfred would have been like, "Screw you, Master Bruce. I'll be Batman."
Yeah, give me the suit.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Give me the suit.
And I just want to clarify. I love Jeremy Irons' Alfred. I'm not hating on him.
Oh, Mary's gonna beat you up. Mary's gonna become Batman here. In a
second. I'm just saying he's a great Alfred. I'm just saying he is a grandpa, and that's really it's like always like whining, complaining. Not whining, but he's like he's always making fun of Master. Like,
Jeremy Irons looks like he could still be out there doing the job, getting the thing done, man. In Batman Begins, man, Michael Caine looks like a grandpa. Michael Caine looks like he's going to give you one of his buttered candies.
Not in terms of
the strawberry ones.
I'm not saying grandpa in terms of look. I'm saying grandpa in his attitude about something. He's over his job.
Here's the deleted scene from Michael Caine. Master Bruce, I brought you some Werther's originals. Hold on there, Master Bruce. I can get this, Master Bruce. Here. Hold my premiere without, please.
Why do you have all these peanuts?
My morning walk.
His teeth start falling out. My chocolate.
My dentures.
Master Bruce, can you help me with? No, okay, all right. I got it, Master Bruce. You know, I've always wanted to be sitting in a cafe somewhere and see you sitting over there and think
I wonder if Master Bruce knows about my grandpa's buttered candies that he used to give me as a child. Here, Master Bruce. Here. Look, everybody loves these. Look, I know it's not cherry, but it's still good, Master Bruce.
I love Andrew's comment in the chat.
It's got a little dimple. It's got a little dimple on it, right? Yeah, see, right
Master
Bruce.
Open wide. It's coming. The train's coming in.
Put it right there.
It's like that scene when Lex Luthor
there we
shows
go.
that Jolly Rancher in that
Master Bruce. I'm old.
It's literally just sitting there right now. It's like it's stuck.
No, yeah, just keep it on there until the end of the show. Just keep it on there.
We've been Werthers.
Yeah. Well, no, I liked Jeremy Irons Alfred. He reminded me a lot of the Batman Earth 1 comic version of Alfred, which I loved. I was just saying, like, not grandpa in terms of physique. I just meant like the attitude. Like, he's so like done with this. Like, he's just like he's not afraid of like bantering with Batman and giving him crap. Is what I mean.
Yeah. He was yeah. I mean, I liked his Alfred.
Werther's original and Alfred's. I'll take it to the next level. Werther's original Dawn of Alfred.
Oh yeah.
Master Bruce, my arthritis.
It's the teeth. When he's missing his teeth, he sounds southern.
Werther's. Why did you say that name?
Right. Master Bruce, I'm going to go now and fight a giant shark down in Jamaica.
Yeah, why is Alfred Australian? Why does he seem that sounds like he's a Kiwi from New Zealand?
All right, listen, I gotta go.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. Hey, thanks.
God.
Thanks for being here. We're gonna close up shop anyways, but hey, man, thanks Tyler for being here.
Yeah.
Tell everybody where they can find you, man.
All right, you can find us on YouTube at Pop Culture Corner. Got some good stuff for you. Being on here has been such a treat. The last couple times I come on, truly love your panels and your audience, and even RJ, I suppose.
What do you mean suppose?
With this great takes on. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm in a coke field rage.
And then on Twitter at pop_culture 2020, where I will pester you nonstop. Night, y'all. You guys are great, guys. Truly, such a blast. As I really hate staying up till 3:30, but I'll do it for you every single time.
Oh man, well, hey, we love having you here, Tyler. It's been great getting to know you better, and always glad to have you here, man. You're always welcome.
My man.
All right, man.
Master Bruce, my hips are hurting today. My morning walk didn't help.
Master Bruce, I fell. And I fell and broke my hip again.
I've fallen and I can't get up, Master Bruce.
Well, my life alert, I left it on the desk.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. The many problems of Alfred, like getting older.
A whole mini series.
Oh man, that'd be hilarious.
Draft Walker, I watched the Batman the animated show. It's good. I mean, it's not Batman the animated series, but I liked it. That was like the one from 2004, I think.
The Batman?
Yeah, the Batman, the one that came right after the animated series.
It was all right. I didn't like the Joker in that.
Oh, he was really weird, like with the dreadlocks and everything. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No.
Super chat.
Alfred's like, my muscles are very tense. I think I'm gonna go and hit a sauna now.
Rel super chat. That was killing me.
Oh, is it okay? Rel with the 499 super chat. Enash trying to maintain his accent was reminiscent of Margot Robbie in Birds of Prey. I'm trying to do Michael Caine. Michael Caine's got such a weird accent. I don't even know what it is. Like, it's not.
It's British, but also Australian.
Yeah, it's kind of Australish. It's
little Scottish.
Britalian Scott.
Rastafarian Joker.
Yeah. What's up, Belle? Belle says, all right, I gotta sleep. Love y'all. We love you too, Belle.
Master Bruce, the Joker killed me. It's the ghost of Alfred.
Alfred had his hip replacement recently. He's doing his swim therapy at the local YMCA.
I just love commenting in the chat.
Okay, I guess it is like a Cockney accent.
It is. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It is a Cockney accent. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Well, we've had some fun tonight. We've had some fun. We've got at least we went out with a laugh tonight instead of I don't know what that was there for a minute.
Master Bruce, find me a woman like Selena.
Oh man!
Wow.
Alfred has like a walking frame and adult diapers trying to make teams.
And that's it. Just wearing adult diapers. That's it.
Alfred Pennyworth, Dawn of
Cialis.
You see him in the ad.
Bruce comes home. Alfred's got like 5 girls, and he's just like, "Well, what's it worth to be the butler of a billionaire if you can't make it work for
Master
you,
Bruce, my catheter."
Alfred, Dawn of Life Alert.
Dawn of Life Alert. Oh boy.
Ralph's comment, poor Alfred is going to get put in a retirement home, calling the workers Master Bruce and lecturing them about fighting crime. It's like, all right, Alfred, time to take you to the retirement home. Goodbye. He just lost spite.
Wow.
All right. Alfred Pennyworth, Dawn of Burma's government. I'm done.
Wow. Alfred under the red pillow.
Man.
Wow. Life support calling my name. Master Bruce, can you find me the remote? I want to change the channel because of that awful, ridiculous Batman nipple movie. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Alfred asked Bruce to give him a fleet enema to help him relieve his bowels.
This is awful. So bad. We stop.
Oh man.
Well, the Joker's in the other room goes, what this Alfred needs is an enema.
No, what the Joker's saying is like, I gotta go find my daughter.
Yeah, right. I can go find my daughter.
Harley.
Well, I mean, Jack Nicholson was getting up there. Maybe he was getting so old that he forgot that Harley was his girlfriend and started thinking it was his daughter.
So Wayne Enterprises gets a sponsorship of Viagra, so they use Alfred for the commercials.
Oh man.
Why do you look like Beetlejuice in this film?
Yeah, don't remind us that Batgirl was Alfred's niece. Yeah, that
was bad. I haven't seen Pennyworth. Has anybody seen Pennyworth?
No, I've not. I think it's getting the second season on Epix or something.
Yeah, Bradley asked a question. Like, I know it's like in the second season or something like that, but I have not seen it.
Because who the heck has Epix?
Right.
I don't have Epix.
Epix, home of Alfred Pennyworth.
Alfred's OnlyFans.
Oh dear God. Alfred, Dawn of Dentures.
Alfred. Alfred's gonna send a lot of denture pics. Look at my gums.
Oh my goodness.
Well, that was an interesting show tonight.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Also, isn't Epix under MGM? Who knows at this point? Like, that's a good question. I don't know. Interesting. Well, guys, this was fun. I had a good time. I hope you did too.
It was all worth it for the Alfred jokes.
Yes. The Alfred jokes at the end have made it a wonderful night. And
we started off kind of crazy and we ended with a great laugh.
Yeah. And
oh no, he froze again. Yeah, guys. Yeah, it's now the RJ show now. Hope everyone's doing great out there tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching, hanging out with us. Yeah, it was a little heated at the beginning. We had some fun, some laughs, some great conversations. Justice for Alfredo. There you go. There you're back.
Jeez, what in the world? Jeez. No, I was just saying, I'm guessing from Matt Jarbo posting the picture and the link to his other stream in our private
I think he
chat,
wants us to
we're all
join,
good.
yeah.
We're all good. Oh my goodness. 2 nights, 2 bad takes.
But that could be like a title for a show. Hey.
2 for 2.
2 bad takes. All right, guys. So don't forget, lots of fun stuff this week. Don't forget Sunday. I will be live with Dawson at 3:30 Eastern Standard Time as we do continue our show. And then Sunday night, be right back here, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll be doing our watch along of the Disney superhero comedy film Condor Man. Finally, we're going to do Condor
can't
Man.
wait.
So
I'm excited.
That's going to be fun. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on this week. I don't think there's anything else really going on this week. But hey, man, you know what? Like I said, you got to tune in. You're going to want to be here. So welcome to the RJ Lounge, a place for Matt Reeves Sims.
I'm done tonight. Good night, everybody. I'm out.
Master Bruce, the thing is that Matt Reeves is going to make a perfect Batman movie, really. And RJ told me so. And if anyone knows, it's RJ, because RJ is so far up Matt Reeves right now.
You know what, though? Enoch should sound a little bit like Andy Serkis. He's played Alfred. So.
I'm curious to see all that. I think he'll be good.
Alfred and the mystery of the toad in the hole. It's like Matt Reeves and the mystery of the RJ in the hole.
Oh, man. I don't know how to respond to these. I'm just like dying right now on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
If you catch my drift. If you catch my drift, Master Bruce. You're becoming quite a celebrity, aren't we? Yes, we are. All right. So RJ, go have some coffee, man, and look for me across the room one day. And just know this: when you see me,
just liking to tease everybody a little bit, just tickling it a little bit.
We'll just give each other that nod, that nod of approval. Like, yep,
yeah. Well,
we're at.
Well, because you'll be waiting to see it.
Like it's a massive thing, and so I want to see his thing.
Oh, that's great.
Yep, for sure. All right, guys. Well, that's all we got so far tonight. Thank you guys for being here. As I always tell you guys, don't forget to never tell anybody that their fandom doesn't matter. And don't let anybody tell you that your fandom doesn't matter. But always try to have good conversations and find new friends. And Alfred, the quest for the Batcave.
I can't.
I'm done.
I can't. Oh my god! I'm imagining a 2-hour movie where Alfred's just outside, and we all know that the cave entrance is right there, but he keeps walking past.
I lost my key.
Alfred lost keys.
Alfred lost the keys of the Batmobile picking up Bruce's laundry, and now he has to go find it.
Alfred, I put it under the brick. Come on, it's right outside the entrance. Oh gosh, Andrew.
Alfred Bad Alert.
Bad Alert.
He's gonna call 911.
Oh my gosh.
Alfred just gets attacked by the bats.
Alfred. Oh my gosh. The rabies. Alfred and the rabies.
No, Alfred gets rabies. That's why I just remembered the entrance to the Batcave. It's just a movie where Alfred loses his mind.
Imagine Alfred gets put in like a home, and it's like him telling like all the other people, and they're like, "I used to work for the Batman," and like, oh, Helper's like, "Yeah, right, yeah, all right."
Did you get your rabies shot?
Alfred in the second round of rabies treatment.
You lose your mind again, old man. Time for more treatment.
All right, enough with the old tales.
Oh my god, Alfred in the tail of pudding for lunch.
Alfred in freezing in the Fortress of Solitude. Master Bruce, I'm cold. Can I get a jacket?
No, man, it's 75 degrees in here. Alfred is 3 o'clock in the afternoon dinner.
Your damn flying rats gave me rabies, Master Bruce.
I can't.
His stomach hurts.
I can't.
Alfred in the bingo game of death.
My stomach hurts.
I can't breathe.
Oh my god!
Life alert! I can't breathe.
Alfred, and the tryout trip for retirement till Arizona.
Alfred, dawn of retirement.
Retirement. Yeah, this is great. The Batman movie where Alfred heads up in an ambulance and the pediatrics have to use an ultrasound machine to find a vein so they can.
The best comment was Azteca. The best comment was Azteca. Your damn flying rats gave me rabies, Master Bruce.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Alfred in the hidden vein.
Oh man,
we can't find your veins, Alfred. Oh
my.
Alfred in the severe bout of dehydration.
Alfred Pennyworth and the Raiders of the Lost Vein.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh my
the
god.
show, and then we just got
Alfred retirement guide to rabies.
Oh my god, Alfred Dawn of CBD oils.
Have you tried this new strain, Master Bruce?
Alfred in the sponge bath of death.
Alfred in cleaning Superman's kryptonite.
Oh
Master Kent, I'm getting radiation poisoning.
Oh man. These comments are so good.
Tone death Alfred and the piano keys of doom. Alfred's death, he can't play the piano to get into the backing anymore.
I forgot the key. What was the key?
This piano is in tune correctly.
I don't remember how to tune the piano, Master Bruce.
Oh
man.
I gotta breathe.
Yeah, I need to stop, Russell. My stomach's gonna hurt.
Alfred in the Lost Memories.
Dementia. Dawn of dementia.
Oh my gosh.
Dawn of dementia.
Can't find his way back to the manor.
Alfred Dawn of Alzheimer's.
Oh man! Oh, what's happened? What did we start?
No more.
Trev Walker has a good point. The plot of Batman and Robin was helping find a cure for a disease that he had. So.
That is so true.
Oh my god!
Homeward, Alfred.
Alfred and the swollen prostate.
Oh wait, Alfred, no way home.
The previous movie is Alfred Far From Home.
And then the first one is Homecoming because he finally found his way home.
Alfred Dawn of Balding.
Oh man.
Master Bruce, have you seen my teeth?
Which brings up a good question, like how late into life can Alfred really help Batman? You know,
that's a new show coming on HBO Max.
Until the day he dies, probably.
Yeah.
Alfred homeless.
Alfred homeless. Alfred phone home.
Alfred phone home.
Alfred farts and blames the dog.
Alfred farts and blames the dog.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
I'm crying right now.
I have tears.
Alfred in the arrest for public intoxication and exposing himself.
Alfred's gonna be like
that one doesn't roll off the tongue as well, but it's still funny.
Alfred's gonna turn up to be like what's that doctor Skarsgård in the Thor series running around outside naked. It's gonna be Dr. Selvig.
Alfred search for the newspaper. Alfred the crossword's hard.
It was Ace, Master Bruce. It was the Bat Out.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't Alfred have a flatulence problem in Batman and Robin? No, I don't think it was like a blood thing he had, but that would have made the movie better if it was a flatulence
That would have been hilarious, Luke, if Alfred had a flatulence problem. Suit me up, Uncle Alfred. Well, okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on a second. Let me get you something over here.
He's dying, Bruce. The flatulence is killing him.
How to with Alfred. How to clean bat undies. Mary says, guys, my mother's gonna have me committed. I'm laughing too much.
Okay.
That's what Alfred said.
Alfred in the search for a woman in the retirement home.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Alfred, the quest for peace. The search for Abulita. Alfred farts when he gets nervous.
Alfred in the old folks' home outbreak of VD. We expected that, Alfred.
Alfred, the mystery of the ink continents diapers instructions.
Oh man.
All right, I think we're done now.
I'll find my inhaler now. I gotta get my breath again now. Oh man, I was laughing too hard.
Man.
Oh, that was a great end.
Oh. Wow, I gotta get my composure here real quick. Alfred and the tale of how does this work?
What does this button do?
What does this button do? Alfred, where's the remote?
Alfred, you blew up the bat cave. You pressed the wrong button.
Alfred, how do I turn the TV on?
Alfred flew over the cuckoo's nest.
Just Alfred the movie.
Alfred the movie. There you go. Oh my gosh, it's the Alfred night. Alfred steals the car. Alfred's day out.
Night.
Alfred's day out.
A weekend at Alfred's.
There was actually a comic where Alfred dressed up as Batman once, like a really old one. It was really funny and weird.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh my gosh.
Alfred, arthritis is near.
Alfred 92 is the new 52.
Alfred the dawn of steroids.
Honey, I Shrunk Alfred.
Alfred.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Alfred, man of yesterday. Man of tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Oh, well, this was fun, guys. This was fun. Alfred and the tale of all my bad choices are coming back to haunt me.
Alfred, I regret my life choices.
Right. Oh my gosh, Master Bruce, I won't be able to meet you in that cafe because I can't get a passport.
Alfred, dawn of finding his walker.
Alfred or Master Bruce, I can't get on the plane to reach at the cafe. My pacemaker won't let me on the plane.
Oh my gosh. Alfred, and why don't my socks match?
Oh man.
Boy. Oh boy. Dawn of tapioca.
Oh, Alfred, dawn of high blood pressure.
Oh man.
It keeps coming.
We have to end the show. It's gonna keep
Yeah,
going.
we have to.
We're never gonna end.
Yeah, man.
Alfred, the House of Bowels. I love this community.
Alfred in the bat colonoscopy.
Master Bruce, be gentle, please.
Turn your head and cough.
Clip
Old man.
clip your nails.
Alfred, gelatin is my friend.
Alfred goes to the dentist.
Okay.
All right. Hey guys, we had fun. This was classic. This was classic. Yes. This. Oh God, Pennyworth, Dawn of Gout. Dawn of Gout. Oh gosh.
Okay, we gotta cut it. We're never gonna end.
That's
Okay.
good. That's good. Good. All right, guys. Mary says, I'm not drunk enough for this, but maybe you are. Maybe you are. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. This was fun. I had a good time. I hope you guys had a good time. That's what we're all about here. And hey, treat everybody with respect. If you do that, you'll always have a place here in the Poindexter Lounge. Until next time, for these guys, go subscribe to RJ and find Black Ops right here whenever he's on. And we always like having him on. So there you go. All right, guys. We'll see you real soon.
We talking about bands, but I still bust the heat. We've been going on for like 4 hours now, like Zack Snyder's freaking Justice League. Go.
True dat. All right, there it is. I had to find the button. The button wouldn't. I kept pushing the thing and it wouldn't go. It's like
Enosh said an Alfred moment. He couldn't find the button.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Alfred eats at the lunch trench.
All over town, people are talking about the lunch trench. It's the ditch where you can eat your food.